basically they're telling us that we're not looking shocked enough in our thumbnails.
We had to be more
and
careful.
if we and if we made more shocking faces in our thumbnails, our videos will get more views. This is what TubeBuddy and YouTube tries to push on us. They're like, look at these thumbnails and how these videos are performing. Maybe you should change your thumbnails to look like this. And all the thumbnails are always like,
and we used it. We tried it. Like we made some thumbnails where we reacted to something and just did a whole bunch of screenshots.
But
But
it was too
wasn't
authentic.
Yeah,
That's
it's too
so
authentic.
funny.
Yeah,
No, because
I mean-
when you said that, I was like, oh, dang, are they talking about me?
No.
We don't do it like that.
You know, it's funny that you asked that question because I never thought twice about it until I did my top 23 of 2023 video last year. And people were just like so upset that there were so many boy groups in my list. And I'm like, what? Because I didn't think anything of it. I was like, this is what I liked. What do you want me to do about it?
all right, is this a podcast? Episode 13/14/15.
Yes.
16.
You gotta check the records.
All
It's
in
the
one.
13th entry, y'all.
It's
Oh,
whatever
okay.
number you imagine it to be.
Yeah.
If you like 10, it's episode 10.
It's
All right.
episode 50. You know.
Depending on who you're a fan of. But today we're here to talk. Actually, instead of coming up with questions, we asked the audience to send questions. And so we got a gang of questions. But before we get to that, man, we have a fellow reactor here with us today. You might have seen him in the Toon Trials. You probably
Shout
already
out.
watch his content.
Yeah.
We get RJ, man. What's going on with you today?
Not much. How's it going, everybody over there?
It's cold.
Yeah, it's a little cold.
I feel that.
Yeah.
We had a couple days of feeling like spring weather out here in Atlanta, and then all of a sudden, the
Right.
groundhog want to see itself.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cold and rainy, and it's been that way for too long. I'm ready for the summer.
Absolutely. And with summer comes all of these tours that's coming up.
Mm.
So I'll start right there.
Mm.
Is there a concert that you are excited to see in 2024?
Ooh.
Well, I'm already going to one in April, but that's the only one I have set right now. But there are some groups I want to check out, but it's so expensive. So I have to be really choosy. But I'm going to see only one of in April because they're coming to Orlando.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. I saw them last year. They were a really good time. So going again this year. I really want to see NCT, really want to see 17, really want to see ATs. And I don't know if Twice is coming here or not, but that would be fun as well. I feel like that would be
17 was practically one of your first reactions.
Yeah, 17 and well, technically in Hypin, but
Oh, nice.
because I had already gotten into 17 prior to the channel, so I kind of started with Hypin, but 17 ended up being like the next group I checked out. Even though I'd already had checked them out, it's kind of hard to explain. But I did like a re-reaction to pretty much all of their discography in a way, or music videos, sometime last year, just because there were things that I don't think I had actually seen. I pretty much listened to the music, but I hadn't seen like everything like visually. So
Huh?
Oh, I thought you were going.
Why you always do that?
That's how we flow. I was waiting for my turn.
He said, I was waiting for my turn.
I thought you had. We're gonna add on to it.
Oh no, yeah, I was prepared. I got questions and everything.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I'm like, oh, did I say
Ace ain't
something
ready.
wrong?
No. Since Ace ain't ready, how did you get into K-pop reacting?
It's episode 13.
That's a good question. I think honestly, your channel was also one of the reasons why I did this. It was yours, OG K-pop stan.
Say that.
There may have been one other person, but I think actually Thina is probably one of the reasons why I actually ended up doing this, because I was
Okay,
watching her
alright.
channel for a little bit before I got into it. And I think I was just kind of like, oh, this seems like it'd be fun. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I guess I enjoy music like anybody else, and I can be pretty animated depending on the situation. So I feel like I would do this pretty well. And so one day I was just like, all right, I'm going to just set up a camera and just like start, see where it goes. If it goes nowhere, then whatever. If it does, then great. And 3 years later, I'm still doing it. So luckily it worked out, but that's pretty much how it started.
Did you get it? Hold on. Did you get a chance to tell Thina in the group chat the group chat that you started reacting?
No, wait, are you talking about the Discord?
Yeah.
I didn't know she was in that. Did I?
Oh yeah, she's
Yeah,
in.
She was in there.
Yeah, she's in there.
Shout out Thina.
Oh yeah, I don't think I knew that she was in that. I never told her that. No.
Yeah. Yeah. So what kept you, coming back, to just reacting more and like, because I can imagine you're like, I don't know if I want to keep doing this, but was it a comment? Was it, just the feeling of just creating the content? What kept you going?
I'd probably say it was the comments. I think a lot of people just kind of started suggesting different things, and I was like, okay, so they seem to want to see more from me, so I guess I'll keep doing it. And then I just continue checking out stuff from there. On top of that, I think I didn't have anything else to do at that time in my life.
There we go.
I was just kind of like, all right, I guess I'll do this. Like, it doesn't take much. At the time, though, it was very simple. All I was doing was like reacting to like one video in the video that I was doing. Like, it was one music video. It took maybe 10 minutes to do. It's not that way now. But like back then, it was very easy to just kind of churn out content. And I think it just kind of caught wind. And people were very nice, which was surprising, because that was one of the things I was kind of worried about. I didn't know what it was going to be like. You're putting yourself out there on the internet for anyone to see. So the positive comments are really what kind of had me continue going.
Thankfully. So what's going on, RJ? I'm Bang Bang. Nice to meet you. This is my first time meeting you.
Likewise.
When do you find yourself listening to K-pop the most? I'm not sure if this was like your first genre, like you've always been into K-pop. Well, have you always been into K-pop? Is this something like a new genre that you got into?
As recently as probably 2019 or so.
Wow.
Because I think someone corrected me actually, because I think I commented and said that I think the first K-pop song I'd heard is the English version of Bad Boy by Red Velvet. But then they were like, technically, wouldn't it be Gangnam Style? And I was like, oh, I didn't think of
good point.
But fine. They got me there. But to me, when I first started paying attention to it, was really that song, Bad Boy by Red Velvet. Didn't know who they were. Then I had suddenly gotten into Blackpink a lot, and Blackpink was like all I cared about. I just kind of like listened to that, and that was it. And then a friend of mine, I made like a comment about something on Facebook when I was using it, and a friend of mine made a comment about Luna. And they were like, oh, you might like Luna if you enjoy Blackpink. I don't know if you've heard of them or whatnot. Got into Luna. Then that just kind of snowballed. Got into Stray Kids, then got into 17. And then from there, I was like, all right, this is pretty cool.
Like Avalanche.
Yeah. The music is just so different from, your typical Western stuff, which I think is why I got so heavy into it. I think I just got so bored of top 40, same stuff. It all sounds the same, But yeah.
So
what about you guys?
We kind of got dragged in.
Yeah,
we were doing other reactions,
Yeah, we're doing like hip hop, R&B,
Yeah.
music video reactions because we're doing like music album reviews
Mm-hmm.
and
Huh.
just kind of led into reaction content.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember the first reaction we did.
Was it
What,
Blackpink?
K-pop? It was
No, just
Blackpink.
regular.
But
No,
first
no.
reaction
Reaction
video, it's
period.
probably Tiger.
Shout out.
I'm just joking.
Oh,
I have
no
no
shout out.
clue. I have no
No
clue
shout
who it was. But
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm gonna have
it
to go
was
back and
definitely
look.
a hip hop and R&B song, and we checked it out.
Was it Nicki
and
Minaj?
I don't know. I know
don't
Nikki.
know.
Okay.
Nikki got us banned from Universal. Well, excuse me. I got us banned from being able
There
to
we
do
go.
Universal reactions.
The Barbs
So
don't like
yeah,
us.
the Barbs don't like me
Yeah.
at all.
Oh no, for real.
Yeah. By the way, I was a huge Nicki Minaj fan. Like, y'all can go back on Twitter and like she responded to like some of the posts that I would post. Like,
Mm.
I was a huge
Oh,
Barb.
wow.
So if I
Oh
just
wow.
yeah, I just don't.
I never would have picked up about the
I would
lineup.
have never thought that.
Yeah, 1080p could tell you I was a huge Nicki.
But you
fan.
identified as a Barb.
Do you identify as a
I did until I saw
Mm.
how toxic the
Oh,
fans
don't
were.
say that. Don't say that.
Oh,
now.
they're super toxic. I feel like they're worse than any K-pop
Let's get back to the idea now.
toxicity. Anyway,
Come on.
there's some K-pop fan bases that are right
Hey,
there.
hey,
we don't want them barbed
Hey,
wire.
everything I'm saying is Dame Diddy speaking. It is
There we go.
not in relation to Ambitious Ace, Bang Bang Boomerang, or RJ. They are shielded from all comments spoken by me.
I need the
So
protection.
any heat, just put it on my seat.
Can't handle the
The
heat.
guy in the middle.
The guy in the middle.
But
Former Barb.
we just started doing reactions, and I can't remember. We always forget the person's name, but they had asked us to check out Blackpink, and we did, and we enjoyed the vibe because, as you know, in Western music, you don't necessarily get multiple sounding records in one record.
Right.
I mean, there's some people that would do it from time to time, but overall, it's kind of not a common thing in Western music. You know, the labels pretty much format everything towards top 40 radio. It's all about selling albums and getting on the Billboard charts. A lot of the creativity gets left on the floor because in America, fans don't necessarily respect creativity. They respect numbers
And drama.
and drama
Mhm.
and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, we ended up doing K-pop, and we started enjoying it because of the fresh sound. I guess
Yeah.
arguably mainly from production.
Yeah.
It's,
Music
it's a lot of the
videos.
same producers that we had heard before, but they have more freedom in like expanding their sound. Like I think of like Nmix, right?
Mm,
You're getting like 2-3 type songs in one song. So long-winded answer, but there you go.
So,
I feel the same way, honestly. Like I feel like my growth into K-pop was like a natural progression. Like I was almost meant to be, because the music that I listen to that's not K-pop is like, I don't know. I was always that person in my friend group that I would put on music. They're like, "Who is this? Like, what are you listening to?" And like no one ever knows. And I'm like, well, I mean, what are you listening to? It's like the same stuff everyone else is listening to. I'm always trying to like find new stuff that is like, I don't know, piquing my interest. So I guess it ended up making sense that I ended up in K-pop because everything, not everything, but majority of the stuff that comes out of there is very fresh.
Arguably, that's kind of what we were doing because when we were looking for artists that people weren't aware of
all the time.
Like we found out about Anderson .Paak way before he blew up. I think we did Victoria Monet before she was big. We checked out Priscilla Renee before she became Money Long. So we were like checking out artists before they ended up blowing up. That was kind of our thing anyway. So when we get into K-pop, it's just kind of just like, man, it's like a fresh sound. Like there's people in the West doing fresh sounds, but unfortunately the radio don't respect fresh.
No.
You know,
No, yeah.
They like stuff.
unless it's got a Taylor Swift stamp on it, it ain't fresh in America.
Very
So,
true.
you know. Yeah, so aside from that, because I forgot my question because my answer was so long. Yeah, so you started doing the reactions and everything. You started getting the positive feedback and things of that nature, you know, which is always good because we got a lot of that reassurance. Was there like specific people that you remember that kind of guided you through it? Because we had like Street Noise, we had like Ava, we had Christian, we had Andrea. Like we had kind of like a group of people that kind of like run our Discord now that pretty much weaved us through the direction. So did you like kind of stumble your own way through it, or did you have people that were kind of like, hey, check this out? Maybe, do you remember these people's, the names and stuff like that?
I apologize, y'all. I don't remember names.
Oh,
I mean, I remember select things when they pop back up. I'm like, oh, I remember that person from like a long time ago. But it's only when that happens. And it's not that like I don't appreciate them or anything like that. But as far as like
right.
steering me in the right direction, I don't know that it was collectively like a small group of people. I think I just kind of went with the flow of what was being suggested. Just because it was so new, I didn't really have a structure. I just kind of, I don't know, I just kind of went with what everyone was saying. And if they wanted to see this, I checked this group out. And then if I like that group, then they'd be like, oh, you might like this and blah, 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 blah. But I feel like certain people will stick around if they like you. Other
Mhm.
people will only stick around if they like the group that you're checking out, and then they'll disappear.
Yeah.
So I think some of the people that I've noticed stuck around who like me, I've recognized them before, and they'll even point out, they'll be like, "Oh, I've been subscribed to you for like so and so amount of years, or not years, but well, yeah, years or something like that." And then I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I know. The screen name looks really familiar to me, so I mean, it's cool to see that for sure." But I definitely don't remember everyone, unfortunately.
It's tough. It's tough. We understand. We understand. I mean, with that being said, I know, we get the nice comments and everything like that,
Beautiful.
but there's always that one comment.
Oh,
So you don't got to share the comment or anything like that, but is there any comments where you just had to be like, you know what? What? Like, why would you say that? Does it irk you? Does it annoy you? Or, you just let it go? How do you handle that?
So this is the weird thing because I don't really get too many negative comments, which I think
Okay.
is so strange because I hear you guys talk about it all the time.
what?
That's
No,
bad.
we don't talk about it.
Like it's, but because some of the other reactors I follow, like on Twitter or stuff like that, they'll post the stuff that people say on their videos, and I'm just like, who are these people? Like, I don't understand. But I mean, I don't get like people coming for me. They'll come for the group or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Either that or they'll. I don't even know that I've gotten like a comment that's been like super negative. That's like, I think I got one. I think I've gotten one that actually
Okay.
made my like blood boil, but it was so long ago that I actually don't even remember what it said. But I'm not the one to respond. I just delete the person and I block them. Like even
Genius.
pretty much
That's what we've been doing a
anybody,
lot lately. Yeah.
yeah, anybody that has something like slightly like remotely negative, it's an instant block. I don't even bother responding. I don't give you a timeout. I don't give you a second
No
chance.
talk about
No, it's gone. You're done. It's a
That's
wrap
good.
for me because I just don't
Yeah,
have
we
time for
kind of
it.
took a yeah, we after speaking Uslam and Sosa, we were like, yeah, let's just stop responding and just block people.
Yeah.
That block list is growing.
Yeah,
He said
mine is
beautiful.
huge because to me it's just like I don't even know who you are. I don't. Why would I waste my time with you? Like I don't care. And I also don't understand leaving a negative comment. If I watch a video and I don't like something, I just click off and go away. Like I don't waste
That's
my
a good
time
We did
typing
this song.
something.
I've been
Like
doing
it
that.
just seems like a waste of time. Like what is that person's going to get out of my negative comment? Like I just move on with my time. So it didn't make sense.
So as a reactor, do you have like any like to get away from the negative stuff? Do you have any like proud moments that you could sit back and be like, yo, this is really cool?
I ended up in like a mashup video for Cards Icky music
What?
video.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, oh, that's interesting because I guess they all had like it was a compilation video of everybody reacting to BM's lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
I
yeah.
thought that was kind of funny.
That's dope.
Also, the Giotto video I did, the very first one is probably my most watched video on my channel. I thought that was pretty crazy because that one's almost at like 500,000 views, which is kind of insane to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that on my channel, so I thought that was pretty cool. I think that's all I can think of.
Love it.
What about you guys?
I think when Bang Chan mentioned that he likes our channel
That was
and some of
wild.
the stuff that we do,
I'm jealous.
that
Yeah.
was really dope.
Yeah.
When we got featured on that news segment, I forgot what it was for, but that was like what, back in 2020, 2021?
Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
We're in a museum somewhere.
Oh, we're in the music.
A museum.
Yeah, we got contacted by somebody, asked us if it was okay for them to use us for.
Oh,
I
what?
told y'all.
In a museum?
I didn't know it was a museum.
Yeah, it was a museum where they had an expo for Kpop,
Whoa,
and
whoa, whoa,
and
whoa,
its
whoa, whoa.
expansion, and they were gonna be using, I think, Super Shy New Jeans, and they asked us could they
Yeah.
use our New Jeans Super Shy.
Really?
reaction. I told you. What do you?
My
They
memory
look
is
so
trash,
surprised.
and I remember this because I was like, "What? An actual museum?
Damn.
Y'all just
In Korea.
floating?" Yeah.
So if anybody watching this knows what museum, could you please let us know? Because I didn't get the details of the exact museum.
I
Dang,
don't
that's
remember
crazy.
this.
I remember that.
This is the first conversation I don't
No.
remember.
That was my proud moment right there.
Y'all
then.
trying to make it what right now?
Damn.
We're in a
Yeah.
K-pop exhibit in a museum in Korea. I
Oh,
just
wow.
don't know where.
You gotta pull up.
Okay.
Pull up.
Oh wow,
I like museums.
that's impressive.
Yeah.
So you changing yours?
No, I mean, I'm still, it's kind of crazy. It was on the news, I show my mom and everybody, like, look,
Oh,
I'm
you
on
did
Korean
show.
news, That was a moment for me. Like, she's like, what does that mean? I don't know. They like our video, so they put it on the segment,
Yeah.
So that's still my moment, but okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a hard question. I don't know why I asked that, man. Hey, look, that's too many moments. I say the bobbleheads, man.
Yeah.
that was dope.
That was a moment,
dope.
man.
the
So
bobbleheads.
our some of our Patreons,
Love.
we met up with them. Was it last year or the year before last?
I
Yeah.
wouldn't
With
pick
Stray
it up,
Kids.
but my I
But
don't want my Han. I want my Mark picture to fall.
Yeah, we
but
only-
it was because of our 100K, and they
Yeah, that was a
surprised us with bobbleheads. And
Oh,
the
wow,
reason
that's
behind
awesome.
the bobbleheads is because it's been always a running joke. Every reaction, we'll
Our
be
heads
sitting
are in
here,
sync.
we're bopping in sync.
Oh yes.
So they got us the bobblehead. So that was a dope moment.
Big love.
I'll share the video with you after this, but I made a little video. I captured it. They captured it when we got it. So it was a really, really cool moment. Yeah,
That's awesome. Very
I mean,
nice.
it's cool to know that, like, because I mentioned it to like all this. I'm not really big on like soaking in and thinking about the moments and
Yeah.
stuff when things are happening, but it's
Mhm.
just like to think like, man, idols watch reactions,
Mhm.
so they're
Oh, yeah.
probably seeing like your stuff and seeing your reactions to things. So that's one of those things that we don't really think of.
I think about that all the time.
Oh my gosh.
Like every video that I do, I'm like, it's possible. It's not like they don't go on YouTube. They have like the same access to this stuff. Like they could easily just search up a reaction and be like, oh, let me look at this person. So I'm always like, all right. let me think about this.
Yo, when BM reacted, he had the reaction to our. Oh, it was so
Yeah.
cringy, dog. For
Yeah,
me.
it was weird because us watching BM's reaction to our reaction, it was just like, whoa.
It's crazy.
I mean,
I
wasn't
just
there,
saw
but-
Caitlin Benson just
Mhm.
posted a reaction to Keo from P1 Harmony reacting to her video, and she reacted to him
Oh,
reacting to the
my
video.
that's what's up.
And I was like, man, I don't know if I could do this. Like, if it happens, just don't tell me. I don't know if I could watch it back. I barely watch my own videos back.
Exactly.
Oh man.
So, out of all the groups that you've reacted to at this point, was there a group that really like shocked you and like really like brought you to your knees and just grabbed your attention and was just like, we are it for you?
Wow.
Was there a group like that for you?
I got him.
That's a lot.
I got him.
To my knees.
That's- Dang, that's hard. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. As far as like maybe I'm gonna just go with NCT.
Mm.
Only
That's
because
fair.
as far as like reactions go, um, I think they're probably one of the groups I enjoyed reacting to the most when I first got into them. Not that I don't enjoy reacting to them now. I think it was just a really interesting experience getting into them because their music is so unlike a lot of groups.
Yeah.
Very love or hate it, for a lot of people. Um, but I'm gonna just say NCT because I can't think of anything else. Like I would almost say XG. I would almost say EXO, but I can't think of anything. That's a hard question. I'm trying to think of someone who brought me to my knees, but I don't know.
I know you put the standard kind of
Yeah,
high
that's a
there.
lot.
That's a lot.
It was a lot.
That was pressure.
It was loaded.
Who is
It
it
was a
for
loaded
y'all?
I mean, for me, it'd be Twice. Like, I mean, Twice just really like just grabbed me and was just like, yeah, you think you like these other groups a lot, but it's really us.
Yeah.
This
You know what I
doesn't
mean?
surprise me though, because I hear the way you talk about Twice when I watch your videos. So
It was
that's
fancy for me. It was
oh
fancy
fancy,
once.
yeah,
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, like TT is cool and all of the songs prior to that, but I feel like Fancy really opened my eyes to what I was missing out on. And then once Fancy hit, everything else just hit that much harder.
Yeah.
It's like Cheer Up and What Is Love. I feel like that came after Fancy because I don't feel like we saw that stuff before. But, once Fancy took off, and then don't even get me talk like everything after that, it just got
Ooh.
better and better. Feel
Yeah, it's going up.
Special, more and more.
yeah.
Like it just got better. So for
Fancy
me, it
was
was
the Fancy was the video that like confirmed Cheong as my bias.
I can see that. I mean, that's when she became my bias at that
Mm.
point. I mean,
Yeah.
Geo overtook it at this point because her gravitational pull is like worse than Jupiter. You know what I
Oh
mean?
man.
Over here. Exactly. She doesn't give you an option.
Yeah.
So your best bet is just to act like she don't exist.
Very
Just
true.
try your hardest to ignore her. But all members of Twice to me are like gravitational. It's kind of hard to dislike anybody in the group.
Oh wait, absolutely.
I would have to. I mean, it's documented on this channel.
Beautiful.
It's a combination of Shiny and Taemin. But more
Shiny,
Taemin
yeah.
because when we went to the Super M concert, Bang Bang will say it. But I went crazy when Taemin came out.
Yeah, he really did. He really did. We never saw that Ace before in life.
Yeah.
I
Rare
ain't-
form.
I
Rare
ain't,
form.
I ain't
So-
know that Ace existed.
That was the moment I knew I was a fan.
Yeah.
So that's great for Taemin and Shiny.
Turbine.
I feel like when I see Shiny in concert, it'll be the same feeling. So yeah.
Oh man.
I can see that.
I'll say for me, I could say, Red Velvet was one that kind of got me. EXO was another one. Shout out to EXO. But
Yeah.
really what got me was Dean. Dean.
Yeah.
Shout out, man. Dope artist, man. He had made that song with Instagram.
If you ain't heard Dean yet,
yeah.
get to hear some Dean records.
Yeah,
The
big
name
fan.
sounds
He recently
familiar.
came back. He recently came back with a it was a single I heard. I think it was a project he came out with too, but he's been kind of ghost for the last 3-4 years.
Super
but,
ghost.
But he was
Oh.
like one of the first couple reactions. We was like, "Yo, Dean is it?" But yeah, look up Dean. Look up Instagram. It's a lot. Dean he's a powerhouse.
Nice. I'm gonna have to. I feel like I probably have a song from him. I can't think of it right now. But the name sounds familiar.
Who was next? Was it me? I gotta remember my question now, man. I'm thinking about that Taemin moment. Oh yeah, I know what it's called. So with that, I know he asked what was the group that brought you to your knees and everything like that. But what's one group that you may have reacted to, and you feel like don't get enough love as an underdog? Is there any group like that for you in particular? Like you wish that, not particularly just on your channel, but just in general, get more love? Do you have a group like that?
Very, very.
Okay,
Oh,
I feel
shout
that.
they're-
I
out.
agree. I
Okay.
agree. Yeah.
Definitely them. When I got into them, 2022, I think it was. I really, really got into their music. Really, really got into the music. This discography is very nice.
Yeah.
I feel like there's others. I listen to so many groups. I can't even pinpoint one. I'll go with very, very for now though.
That's a good
That's a
answer.
good one.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So I
Sorry, my
got a
voice is
question.
cracking.
So it's karaoke night, and you have to pick one K-pop song to sing. What would be your song?
Correctly?
Correctly.
Yes.
Korean lyrics and all.
Yo.
Hey, yes.
I can hum all day.
Hey,
But,
good hum works.
Man,
Good question.
That's a good question.
there's so many things that come to mind.
Arguably XG, but that don't count, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'll go with Oh My by 17.
Okay.
Okay. That'd be
Because
fun.
that was one of my first songs that I heard from them. Probably the
Okay.
first song I heard from them. And I think that's the song that actually got me into 17 from there. So
Love
yeah,
it.
I'll go with
Nice.
that one.
Love it.
What about y'all?
Ooh.
Oh, dang.
I mean,
I knew that. Yeah, I knew he was about to
Yeah,
ask.
what
That's
about
why I looked right
you?
at you?
Well, first of all, we've already sung songs.
But you're
Not
at
a karaoke.
But this is karaoke.
You set a different standard.
What's that
now.
time when you at karaoke? What song are you pulling out the playlist?
You know, I'm pulling out do, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's have fun with it. Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's good. That's actually a great one. That's
It's a
good.
good
What
one,
about
easy one
y'all?
to sing along to.
Well, if I could sing,
Yeah. We got to put an asterisk there.
yeah, asterisk. I mean, not only am I about to butcher the lyrics, but I'm about to butcher all the notes.
But
I'm gonna do
karaoke is not for
Nobody
singers.
Nobody knows by.
No,
Kiss
Kiss
Alive?
of Life, yeah.
Really?
Kiss of
Wow.
Life, nobody
Oh.
knows.
Hmm.
Put me in the vibes, R&B vibes.
Hmm.
You
I
know
like
what I'm
that.
saying? Love, but just know, like Bell, I'm sorry, I'm messing up all your notes. I can't do it.
Have to. It's appropriate.
Yeah, I can't do
Yeah.
it.
She'll
I can do
understand.
Julie's parts right, but I'm gonna mess that whole lyrics up, man.
Man, that's tough. I already know it'll have to be an SM record because it's just the vibes. EXO Tempo.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I would love to sing that. That would be so fun.
I'm not sexy enough to sing that song.
I just want to do that.
Actually, Playboy would be fun to do karaoke to.
So I'll say that.
He said
Tempo's
what?
good. Oh, I said Playboy would be good to do karaoke to.
Mm-hmm.
1080p. What song would you do?
Oh,
Why- this is
put
not
you
about
on the
me.
spot.
I'm just saying you do karaoke in the
You
in the
right.
kitchen every
Shut
day.
your
shut
face.
up.
I'd probably just do "Wannabe" by ITZY.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Nas will join you.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. She joins me every time.
That's great.
Yeah. So I don't know if you saw, we did an award show
Yeah.
where we didn't get a lot of heat.
That's enough.
You're talking about the one with the other reactors?
Yes.
Yeah. We did an award show with. It was supposed to be more, but man, I couldn't imagine how much longer that would have been.
Oh yeah, that was a long video.
We gave out, awards for different categories. But I'm curious if you were there and you had to say your favorite album of 2023, who would you give that to?
You know what's funny though is I was watching that video and I was literally doing that. I was answering each question as if I was already there and what answer I would give. Favorite album of 2023.
Well,
I have a quick question for you, RJ. Do you
Hmm.
listen to like albums? Because like how some people just listen to singles and just the songs.
Oh no, I listen to albums. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, I don't always do reactions to them,
Right, right, right.
but I definitely listen to them. I'm dang, I really don't know. I really don't know. I'm like struggling to figure out who even like dropped music last year.
It is one of those questions when you just drop on somebody. It's just
Oh
like,
yeah, we struggle every time.
Yeah.
Every
Anybody come to mind? What's the first artist or group that come to mind, even when you're considering it?
Well, XG is the first group that came to mind, but I don't think I would choose that.
okay.
yeah.
Not that there was anything wrong with it. I
Right,
just don't
right,
think I
right.
would choose it. MX came to mind, but I wouldn't choose that either. Um, I did see the Seraphim, and I pretty much liked anything they've dropped.
Okay.
But I feel like there's someone else, and I
And
Shiny,
that's the problem right there. You
Yeah.
don't want to forget nobody.
yeah, because I can hear people coming for me already. But
Yeah, that's
Yeah, them
the
hate comments
pressure.
about to start.
oh,
Go smoke.
NCT Dreams album was really good.
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
NCT 127's album was really good.
Yes.
Solid.
I'm gonna go with NCT Dojaejang because
Oh, great choice.
their B-side Strawberry Sunday was my favorite B-side last year. So I'm gonna choose that album
Good stuff.
I like that
'cause
choice.
I can't
that
think
what-
of anything else.
I believe that was one of my.
Well, Sosa changed hers at the last
She
minute.
did.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah. Great choice. Great choice.
solid.
Oh yeah, that was happening. They well, y'all weren't sure about the subunits.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, it's my go yet?
Yeah.
My bad. I was thinking about those Jones. My fault. Come back to me. I gotta go. I gotta have my thoughts lost.
All right. Well, I got another one for you then.
All right.
So you can get one K-pop's artist talent. Right? Who would it be?
That man thinking today.
I'm sorry.
I know.
man.
I'm like, dang.
I'm
One K-pop artist talent for what? One day?
Yes. Or a year. Let's say a year. So he makes money off it.
I'm gonna go with Taemin
Shout out.
because I feel like I don't know. It's like a triple kill. You kind of can't go wrong.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I remember our
about you?
question now. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you? What? Yeah. I want to know. Follow up to that.
You know what? I want BB's energy, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Who not BB?
Hey, I'm such a nice guy. You know what I'm saying?
You want to start murdering people? Because I only just discovered her music like within the last 2 weeks.
I always say like that's kind of extreme.
Oh
But yeah, I like BB's creativity. As an artist, I would say BB, man. I'll take her talent for
You
for
know who talent I want? I want the man, the genius, Mark's talent.
Oh,
Because
man.
I will always have a job.
You don't want no days off.
That's true.
I will always be working. I will always be employed. I would want
I
Mark.
love Employee of
That's
the
true.
month.
About you?
I mean, I'd pick Geo.
Shout out. Yeah, we did that.
G- Geo's the ultimate.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. There you go.
I'd want to love my job.
Yo, that's
I like
so real.
that.
I feel that statement.
That's a superpower by itself.
I want to
Enjoying what you
smile,
do.
enjoying everything, every moment, living the moment.
Accurate.
Yes.
I love that.
Nice. So, what do you lean more into, like the girl groups or the boy groups, or you love them all?
Solid.
You know, it's funny that you asked that question because I never thought twice about it until I did my top 23 of 2023 video last year, and people were just like so upset that
Oh,
there were
what?
so many boy groups in my list, and I'm like, what? because I didn't think anything of it. I was like, this is what I liked. What do you want me to do about it? It's not like it's not like I was like, oh, let me make sure there's like no girl groups in here. Let me put like 3 girl groups in the video. I just never, it just wasn't what I was thinking. And I feel like I listened to them equally, but everyone else has a different opinion. So to me,
Ouch.
I would say, I guess I listened to more boy groups. I didn't think of it. I didn't think I did, but I guess I do. Because of that, I'm trying to check out more girl groups because I'm trying to make an active like change. Because I guess I'm missing out. Because it's funny because there's some stuff that I've heard this year, namely from Triple S, that I'm mad that I heard this year because it would have definitely been on my list last year. For like top songs or something like that, because I'm missing out, I guess. So I guess to answer your question, I'd probably listen to more boy groups, but trying to make it more even.
Interesting answer. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm definitely team girl group. I always want the girls to win.
Oh yeah.
I mean, to me, they've been winning in K-pop the last couple of years, so I don't have to do any lying to compensate. They've really been putting in work, but
It's funny. I've heard so many people say that too, but I'm always
I feel
curious
like we had
what
an
they mean by
argument in
that.
I mean, I don't know. The boys do a great job.
Yeah.
But I just really feel like the girls have just been slaughtering.
Like in all aspects, you mean?
Yes.
Not just music.
Dancing, singing,
Okay.
performing, the
Concepts.
comebacks, the music video. I don't know what it is. It just feels like the girls have just been on it in K-pop like the last 3 years. I feel like the first 2 years we got in it, I feel like it was all the boys.
Oh yeah.
Like it was boys all day. And then something happened. I don't know what, but the girls it just turned on. And I don't know.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, arguably I'm biased, so you can't trust what I'm saying. Like I'm rooting for the girls anyway, so.
Same here.
So 1080p
What?
has questions.
I forget. I'm here to work.
1080p has a list of questions from us submitted by the audience that they would like us to talk about. And if if people don't want to respond to the question, it's fine.
Okay.
You don't have to respond if you don't want to.
Because I can read. I'm just gonna put that out there first, okay? All right. So we have these names. Infinitive. Okay, so apparently the only CD sales in the USA / North America right now are Taylor Swift and K-pop.
Swifties.
Do you guys see, Western music going the route of K-pop, including extra content, photo cards, posters, etc., in their albums?
So I guess I just want to say first, anything that I say is Dame Diddy speaking, and it has no weight or measure on what RJ, Ambitious Ace, and Bang Bang said. It's the guy in the middle.
It's a shame you have to do that.
I just
Disclaimer.
Yeah, it's just a disclaimer. So Taylor Swift, she sells a lot of albums in the US, true. Why do other artists in America not sell a lot of albums? Record labels have abandoned album sales. All they care about is streams. They include albums in concert tickets and things of that nature. So the labels look at it as CD sales as being dumb because they got to pay for packaging, shrink, photo shoots, all of this stuff. So if it's up to them, they prefer not to sell CDs. That's not saying that the artists don't want to sell CDs anymore.
Yeah.
Only people like a Taylor Swift and a Beyonce can make the demand to actually sell physical copies. I feel like there was even a thing where somebody was mad that only like 5,000 copies of their album got even pressed to send to stores. Best Buy's not even selling CDs anymore sometime this year.
Yeah,
They
Target pulled it too.
Yeah, Target's
Oh,
pulling
really?
it. Yeah. So when you say that, it's kind of like a little to me, it's a little misleading because it's like it's not that artists in America don't want to sell CDs. It's the labels don't want to sell CDs. They get to save money. They want to go direct to consumer straight through the streaming services.
Yeah.
Uh, I feel like it could be beneficial to artists to do that. However, I do appreciate so people in Western music they interact with fans on social media. They've been doing that for a long time. Like Soldier Boy popped off Twitter. I never
Big
even
Soulja.
heard of Twitter until I heard Soldier Boy talk about it.
Yeah.
So artists in West have been doing stuff like that. Joe Buttons had Joe Buttons TV, which was the very first reality show from an artist. So it's not like it doesn't happen in America. I just feel like people in America are just more about their privacy.
Mm.
I guess you can say.
Yeah.
Like Chloe Bailey's not about to have a camera following her around all day, because you gotta have some peace of mind. So,
Mhm.
go ahead.
But we talking about merch.
Yeah, we talking about
Yeah, merch, right? It's about merch and CD sales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't see American artists going the direction that K-pop is going. K-pop is they've kind of found their footing in that, and if you kind of go away
Yeah.
from that, it there's there's pros and cons to it, right? You fall in love with the artist because you get a chance to meet them, get the chance to know them. Like it works. I show 1080p content of Idol, and she doesn't know who Shua is, but by the time watching 3 videos, she all of a sudden loves Shua.
Shut up.
Or she
That's
doesn't know who
funny.
Uki is, but she hears her talk a couple
I
times,
know
and then
which
she's
one
just
Uki
like,
is.
no, I'm just saying, like
Oh,
in general, like when you didn't
oh,
watch any of the content,
carry on.
then you see her personality, you're like, I love her.
100%. Mhm.
That stuff works. So it could be beneficial. However,
Yeah.
I worry about these people's privacy and personal lives. You got fans pulling up on their houses,
Oh.
trying to
Yeah.
give them food, give them like so. It's a double edged
Yeah.
sword. So no, I don't see idol. I mean, people in America going that route, and it's for all of the reasons I just mentioned.
I also feel like that kind of stuff is taken a lot more seriously over here too.
Right. Oh,
Like
for sure. I
the
mean,
hair,
they
like
got
the
the
way
human
they,
bodyguard.
yeah, and the way they do the airport over is that I don't think that would fly over here.
I hate it. Absolutely. Matter of fact, that's one of the questions I think too. So
It is.
So yeah, we'll get into that.
Oh,
Yeah, so I mean, as much as I would love for the Western market to like adopt some of those tendencies, I just feel like they're not going to because of some of the points that Dame highlighted, but more so
Yeah.
it's just the fan base. I feel like today it's the fan base is not drawn by like the merch and stuff like that no more.
Mm.
One because you know it can get pricey.
mhm.
You know, really to support people. But at the same time, I don't even feel like the artists themselves will even push that idea.
Oh heck no! You almost worked that.
And you know, and I think that's where the disconnect comes from. It's just like you get it in a few artists over here, you know, that are passionate about their music and the fan base. But most of them are just trying to, you know, get a stream, get a buck. You know,
Yeah.
they're not really thinking about that. They just want to put the music out there. So there's only a few artists that I can think of that may come contrast with that similar idea of a K-pop model, but I don't see it happening at all, unfortunately. And especially when he was talking about how you know certain outlets are not really messing with physical media like
No.
that when it comes to music or movies and everything like that. We're such in this digital age where it's like I'm even like a product of that. Like I had to start thinking like, man, when I was young, I used to ask my grandpa to go buy me this, go buy me
Oh
that.
yeah. No.
But now I don't buy no physical media, and I kind of felt bad. As much as I love video games, when is the last physical game I bought or a collector's edition? And it's
Nah,
just
man.
like I kind of felt like, oh, I need to start getting back into it because you kind of lose like that. I always get jealous of like these like content creators that have these huge game rooms or vinyl
Oh
rooms
yeah, with all the
because it's
merchandise.
just like it's every piece of physical media you buy, it's like a physical attachment to it.
Yeah.
Like you may not remember something, but once you pick it up, you'll get a flash of memories. And I feel like that's what we're losing. So, but I don't see the Western market adopting that because they don't believe it's beneficial financially to put their money into something like that. But
Yeah,
it
I'm with you
sucks.
guys. All the
Yep.
reasons you guys said. It's wild over here on the west side. Or Western side. I mean, first of all, we can't follow anybody around the cameras. We got cancel culture out here. You really can't control the artists and the labels. They don't invest. They can't really control situations. It's somewhat of a mess that they're still trying to figure out how to monetize and create money, and it's really convoluted, man. So I doubt they even try to dabble in there. It's kind of like a been there, done that type of thing. I feel like in the Western side, they're looking at algorithms now. They're looking at numbers, Singles is where it's at. What they're doing on the TikToks, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's more of the push. And they're from there, they're trying to launch other avenues, as far as like acting and things of that nature. Why do a well produced show when I can just go live and talk noise, and get the same amount of engagement?
Yeah, show here is like, hey, I'll get you to host on American Idol for a season,
Yeah, that's it.
or you'll be on the
Yep.
next season of Hustle and Flow. Like that's the show in America. You, Cardi B, like, hey, you want us to follow you? Hey, you want a TV show? You want to follow me around for weeks? What
Oh,
am I
no.
getting paid? Like that's gonna be the question, and they ain't gonna
No.
want to pay.
No. And it's getting so far away from the art because of the history of artists in America and not getting what they're owed and things of that nature. Like, I don't see it happening. I think
That's
America.
a good point. Yeah, they're like, why should I put my time into that when y'all not? Yeah, I feel that.
I mean,
Yeah.
in the K-pop space, who's to say they have as much control over their destiny, their money, and other aspects? Down here, that a lot of those things over there would not fly over here. So
I totally agree with all the points.
Oh, that's me. No, I'm pulling an ace. Okay. So Michael D'Angelo 7452 wants to know, what are some of your favorite album covers?
Mine would be Dreamcatcher.
oh, shut up.
I love Dreamcatcher album covers because they're always some type of like I don't really don't know what to describe. It's something always artistic and just creative. I mean, I love the album shots where you're dressed up, or it's like the kind of like artsy type of thing. But something about Dreamcatcher albums covers that I love, and it's always like a consistent theme, but yet different, if that makes sense. So I really love Dreamcatcher album covers.
I agree with you. Dreamcatcher
Shout
special
out.
edition projects. I'll say the limited edition versions. They're always super fire. I love XGs, both of them.
Yeah.
That one and the purple one. I thought that was really dope. Um, Man, I know they don't do music right now, but 3YE, that album cover was dope. I love the Twice joint up there, the What Is Love joint. That album cover was dope. I love IU's albums. And the
Yeah,
1080p was
shout
just
out
looking
you.
at her new project and how it has like a little sliding thing that changes the way the album looks on the top. Uh,
Oh wow.
she has some really dope album covers. That's it for me.
Yeah, I know the album cover process for K-pop music is a little different because you have the photo cards. It was a lot into it. I guess every artist has their lane. So that's a hard one because I don't buy physical albums. So I just be looking at little pictures, little square pictures.
Yeah, same. I will say
Crazy.
Mx's most recent album,
Yeah,
I really like how that looks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think that's probably one of my favorites from that came out this year.
Mhm.
So I'll go with that one.
I was trying to find a limited version of that. That joint is dope.
Hmm.
Well, another ace.
Yeah, I really am. I'm just enjoying, and I be forgetting them. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So. Okay, so what are some differences musically and industry wise that you guys see from K-pop and from the West?
Well, industry wise, I don't know if this counts, but like just knowing as much as you do about the artist, I don't think is like I think it's fun and it's nice, but unfortunately some of it I feel like is a bit intrusive, and people kind of take it to a scary level where they feel like they are like, I don't know, attached to this person, or they know this person on like a cellular level. Meanwhile, in the West, like, they kind of know. Well, they kind of let you know what they want you to know. I feel like there's a boundary over here, and I don't know that the boundary exists as much for K-pop industry, which is unfortunate. Um, I would say that's my answer for that. For industry wise, musically goes back to what we were talking about before, where I don't know. I think they're allowed to have a lot more fun with the styles and just concepts and things like that. Um, I kind of find Western, even music videos, there's like might be your select few who decide to do something new and fresh. Other than that, like some people just end up shooting stuff on an iPhone, just sitting in a chair, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I mean, it's very contrasted, I guess, between the two.
I feel like we'll get there in K-pop too. I mean, you got to
Mm.
remember, like I always say, man, K-pop is following a hip hop life cycle. Like you think about Missy videos, you think about Ludacris videos, you
Busta
think of
Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes music videos,
Oh
Aaliyah
yeah,
music videos. Like all of these people had like really great thought out. Always like you would want to watch these videos a million. How many times did you watch "Are You There Somebody's" music video?
Mm.
Yep.
Sorry.
You know
Going
what I
all
mean?
on myself.
Like how many
Sorry.
times did you watch Missy videos to find elements of things that you may have
Yeah.
missed and things
Yep.
like
Oh yeah,
that?
a couple times.
Sierra
Gossip Pope.
music videos. You used to watch these videos to try to learn the choreography and
Yep.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And like as hip hop got more successful and more money got involved and the cost of the music videos started getting put more on the artists than the labels, then they abandoned fun videos.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned, we don't really get that anymore. It'll get there in K-pop, I think, in a couple like somewhere between now and the next 10 years, where the labels
Yeah.
are like, "Hey, we about to cut
5 years.
costs."
Yeah.
But
Mm.
I think that's one of the things. Like now, like you mentioned, like everything you just said. I mean, matter of fact, in America, in the West, I mean, being not known is a good thing. Like
Yeah.
think of the weekend.
Yep.
The
Yeah.
weekend got big because nobody knew nothing about him.
Her.
How long was it
Yeah,
before we
her.
even found out his name was Abel?
Yeah.
Shoot,
Oh, his
whole-
name is
yeah,
Abel.
yeah.
Like you said, her. We
Her,
found
yeah.
out her
Yeah,
name.
her.
But I remember, I feel like our podcast was the first people to say what her real name was.
Yeah, it was.
I had to do
Gabby.
so much
You was doing
research
some detective
to
work.
find
Yeah.
out what her real name was because
Yeah.
nobody knew who she
Nobody
was.
knew.
All
Nobody
the
I still
knew.
don't
kindergarten
know.
teachers.
So
Her
you
name
still
is
don't
her
know?
name is
You-
Gabby.
No.
his name is-
Her name is what?
Gabby Wilson.
Gabby
Gabby
Wilson.
Wilson.
Gabby Wilson. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed.
I
I
mean, but she
only
goes
just
by that. She
realized
actually goes by that now.
because
as an
she was
actress.
on the Super Bowl halftime show, wasn't
Mhm.
she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to like look at her for about 30 seconds to actually know it was her.
And,
Because
and that's the
when she
thing,
started
because
out, she was hiding her face, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
since we knew about her, I can recognize her anywhere now. Like, oh yeah,
100%. Yeah.
anywhere.
Mm.
Yeah.
She's been doing music since she was like 6 years old. She plays 7 instruments.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
She got taken in by Alicia Keys when she was young because she already knew how to play.
And
the
And
she
piano.
Prince,
had,
right?
and Prince, and she had a
Prince,
performance.
Yeah.
Oh, well, on one of those shows, I forget it, but
Yeah. Prince
before
put
she
his
went
stamp
as
on
her,
approval. Yeah.
she was all over YouTube.
Yeah.
Mm.
She went on Sway as Gabby Wilson.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, she was
And-
rapping?
No, she
No,
played
she
guitar.
played
She played
guitar.
piano, and she did
was
some
like-
of her songs.
Yeah.
Kendrick. People barely know anything about Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick comes out and disappears for years.
Yes, he does.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, so in
That is
America,
the wave. That
the
is wave.
mystique,
Yeah, the
the
mystique.
mystique,
Yeah.
the not putting your personal stuff out there is a good thing because it makes
Yeah.
people want more.
Yeah.
We don't get that
Mhm.
from K-pop.
No.
Like, if I want to know anything about anybody from any group, I can Google it and I can find it.
And that's
Yeah,
the
you're
intrusive
right about
stuff
that.
that you were kind of commented on. Like that's the
Yeah.
intrusive nature. It's just like we literally can find anything.
I can
Like-
find, yeah.
I should not know their blood type.
Right.
I feel
Oh,
wrong.
they
by-
do show the blood.
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't need to know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that
That's
in that?
funny.
Ain't that a HIPAA violation?
I mean, I don't know.
Not if they put it out there.
Listen, we don't need to know all them personal records.
That's all I'm saying.
That's
Mhm.
all. That's all it is.
That's a lot, man.
It is. It is. I guess I'll follow up that question. I mean, I'm on the same kind of tip as RJ. Like
Yeah.
the industry wide, it is that kind of like that barrier there when it comes over here. It's just like, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's been crazy fan stories
Of
over here
course.
too, but
Yeah.
we're not more likely to cross that level. I mean,
because that big bodyguard standing next to them.
I'm about to say that level got crossed years ago.
yeah. So, and then when music wise, I mean, the differences are apparent. Especially when it comes to the music videos. I
Yeah.
feel like over here it's more. I mean, K-pop follows trends too, but really over here it's trendy. Like there's like when it comes to like the music videos or the rollout, it's always similar.
Yeah.
But when we find that unique one, they stand out. But yeah, I can't say too much different than what else already been said.
Yeah, I would say just like the blending of the genres. They
Okay.
kind of like mix up all the genres. I thought
Yeah.
was something that pops up, and then the I would say the groups aspects.
Oh, good call.
Yeah, like I don't know, I miss
Well,
groups.
yeah.
That's something like I was a big. Well, I wouldn't say a big Boys Men fan. I only knew like a couple songs. I was fan enough.
But in the '90s, there was all groups.
Well,
It's
that's
all
because
groups.
in the
Yeah.
90s and the 2000s, labels actually invested in artists. There's no artist development
Zero.
anymore. So there's
Yeah.
no time for a group unless you come to the label already as a group. They're not about to put the labels are all about nickel and diamond
That's
because you
it,
got like
man.
8,000 people in the office that don't do shit for real, for real. So it's about making as much money as humanly possible, as quickly as possible. And we ain't got time to develop you for 2 years
Nope.
while you get this together.
That
You
probably
gotta
answers the
already be
question.
fan.
I was thinking because I'm like, why does a group work so well in K-pop, but a soloist doesn't do as well, like visibly? But over here, a soloist can like skyrocket, but a
Oh, it's
group,
opposite.
yeah, complete opposite over here. It's like it's very strange.
I blame that on our attention span over here. We don't care about no groups.
No, that's not true.
I want to see a group.
If a
The
group came
fans
out that
now,
was dope,
the fans now. I
bro.
don't feel like.
If people watch a 3-hour Club Shay Shay episode, then a group could work.
I don't know, man.
If the proper amount of money and time was put behind a group, I feel like they would pop in America.
I would
just
hope
fine.
so, but
Yeah, I
I don't
think
got
it would
enough
work.
faith.
So you telling me if like Bruno Mars and Lucky Day and a couple of these people started a group, it wouldn't work?
I don't think so.
Shit.
These fans over here, my heart would want it to work, but I
Silk
don't
Sonic
think it would.
worked,
It did.
Yeah, it kind of worked. Yeah.
It did.
and people didn't know who Anderson .Paak was. They
That
only
is
knew
true.
Bruno Mars was.
I guess it's just my faith has to be restored because I don't feel like they would.
I mean, there just isn't any groups.
And,
Yeah,
and,
it's
it, and
not.
it saddens me to say that, but that's just how I feel. I mean, Silk Sonic worked,
Tank Genuine and
that worked for a little bit.
TGT.
That worked for a little bit,
Until they started fighting.
Right.
That's the thing. It's too many egos,
Yeah, like you go.
But that ain't got
Yeah,
nothing
that's
to do with
true.
attention span. That's just them.
I know. I just want it to work, but I just feel like it won't work, man. I don't know.
I agree. I think egos, man. They'll fight. Like
Okay, I'll say this. I feel like the K-pop fans that are Western K-pop fans that want it to work look for K-pop for it to work. They know it's not gonna work over here.
100%.
outsource.
Yes,
I mean,
that's
bro,
why we
there's
like this.
no groups for it to work. How, you can't say it can't work if there is no.
That's just how
I
I
agree.
feel. I'm not saying it can't work because it can. You're right, it can work.
There's just no group.
I just feel like it won't because, like you said, it's all about the money. They don't
Yeah.
want to take time to develop a group.
It's
That's
the
like
label.
5 people to pay.
Exactly.
Yeah, gotta pay all y'all gotta eat.
Yeah.
Because see, like 112 back in the day, it was okay with if only one person could sing.
Yeah.
But now when they come to the thing and they start talking them splits and the main person that can sing, look at that, they're gonna be like,
TGT.
what y'all doing here? I can do this on my own and get
Yeah.
all of this.
Yeah. I
So
don't
so
know.
so it's so little.
Oh,
the
man.
pie is smaller because it's like
Yeah.
they're signing people off TikTok and they don't want to develop them. You got to be ready to go right now. And if
Yeah.
it don't work, we're letting you go.
I think you also have the popularity of the group because I feel like in Western groups, there's obviously someone in the group is more popular than the rest.
Always.
And that becomes an issue as well. But I don't know that K-pop is that way. Like, even if you do have like people that you might be into, it's always like, you must like everyone. Everyone is like the same
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough, man.
Okay, so what's the sweet spot for the number of releases for an artist each year?
15 songs.
Okay.
whether that's in EPs, albums. I think 15,
For the whole
15
So you
year.
said
songs.
songs for the whole year.
For the whole
Yeah.
year.
Oh,
Whether you
okay.
want to put that in one album and promote that album the whole year, if you
Oh.
want to make 3 EPs, I think 15 songs is a good amount of music to put out for the whole year.
Great.
I mean, I guess that goes along with what I was thinking.
Or 12.
I was gonna say 2 EPs and an album.
That's it.
I feel like
Yeah, I
that'll
would
be enough
agree.
in
That's how I
the
feel.
K-pop formula with the method of how they release things. I would feel like an EP to start out the year, and then you hit an album, and then another EP follow up. I feel like that's enough for a K-pop release.
Yeah, let them take a break. I want them to have a break. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, one album, just one. That's all we need.
Well, see, that's
I
what I
feel
was
that.
thinking. I'm trying to figure out like what, because I don't know the behind the scenes or what goes into like making the album, how long that process takes. Because we just get it and we consume it and then we're ready for the next thing. But I'm sure it takes them like, this is like a month's situation craft to make the actual album, and then they have to go and perform it, learn the choreography,
Yep.
and then they're on to the next thing. So I would say 2, but maybe like 2 good like 7-song like mini albums or whatever it may be. So 15 songs, like Dame said, I think that's probably pretty good for the year.
That's a good one.
Good stuff. Okay, so Falling Out. Falling Out ad.
Oh, shout
Hey.
out to Falling Out. Yeah.
All right. 8476 wants to know, what are some of the groups that you guys are currently a little or somewhat interested in? Oh, wait, we did this already, didn't we?
No.
I mean, we
Kinda.
not
Okay,
kind
so
of. But go ahead.
so okay, so what would you reading? What would they have to do to release or to convince you to fully dive into them? Like the people that you're a little bit interested in
I'd say
to try to get you hooked.
I'd say like Rise, TWS,
Shout out to
or
Rise.
To Us, or whatever people keep correcting me in the comments for saying their name. Basically all of the new boy groups that we saw come out at the beginning of the year and the last year. I just need to see some consistency because
Yeah.
they all started out really good. I just want to see some consistency, and like I feel like Zykers, if they can do like the Zykers did last year, I feel like they kind of gave a steady amount of music. It was consistently good. I feel like Kiss of Life gave us a consistent amount
Oh,
of
yeah,
good
shout out Kiss
music,
of
like
Life.
as new groups for last year, like groups that came out last year. I feel like if Rise and a couple of the boy groups that just debuted, just be consistent and just put out great quality music,
Yeah.
and I'll be hooked.
Boy Next Door.
Oh, that was gonna be my answer too. Yeah.
Because I feel like we've seen
Yeah.
enough, but I'm still like waiting for that. Yeah, I'm gonna dive in. I'm gonna
Yeah.
lock in. But they piqued enough of my interest to be like, it's on watch. But
Yeah.
definitely Boy Next Door.
I was gonna say that. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did it because I was feeling the same way. Like, we're the boys up the street, because we've seen them grow
yeah.
to the boys up the street, man. So I say Boys Next Door, but since you said that already, I'm gonna say Triple S for one, and Bacha.
Okay.
I think
What was that?
Bacha.
Vicha.
Vicha.
You always mess it up, but it's okay. Vicha.
Sorry. I wasn't.
He
I
was
think
so
we kept joking
confident.
about it. We joke about it, Bacha, but
Yeah.
Vicha, right?
Okay.
I like them because of their story. I mean, we saw them go through the process. There's a little, they took American artists, brought them to Korea, and they're trying to create a international girl group. So just the story of it is just something that's interesting, and I'm hoping that they can take things to the next level. So I'm kind of watching like a worried parent would, when it's like, like, man, please, like I want them to do good, man. That's just pretty much where I'm at with that.
Or they just gonna fall,
Yeah, I don't want to see
and
them
you
fall.
just gonna let them
I don't-
learn from their mistakes, and then they get back up and they do it again.
yeah.
So quick question. The question was who I like and want to see more of, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then yeah, Boy Next Door. Because I kind of feel a little bit similar to you guys, but in my experience, like when I checked out Boy Next Door, I liked the music, but it wasn't taking me. I don't know, you know what I mean. But it wasn't until later in the year. I don't know what happened. They had a comeback, and then I suddenly went back and re-listened to everything that I heard before, and I don't know, a light switch went off, and I was suddenly like super, super into it. So I guess I'm excited to see what they end up doing after this, because they have very they have a very unique sound.
I like that answer.
Yes.
I mean, if we're being honest, it's not only so many groups that grab you immediately. Sometimes it takes a little. I mean, look, twice.
I don't
It took
know.
us like 4 reactions for it to click for me. Like before, I was just like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's all right.
Yeah.
It don't
Dang,
always
is
sit
that
right
real?
with me. Yeah,
Yeah.
but Red Velvet first time,
Oh yeah, Revel slap.
Blackpink
Oh.
first time,
Itzy.
BTS first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Itzy second time. I feel like it was Icy that I was just like, oh, they're good, but Wannabe was really like, oh.
I like Dice.
So it's not always the first time.
You don't like Dollar Dollar?
If
Dollar
that
was all right.
if this question had been asked before I watched the most recent Itzy videos, I would say Itzy, actually. Because
Sometimes it takes a minute.
I got into Itzy. I like their music, and then I think when was it Cheshire and Sneakers came out, I was like, okay, these are good songs, I guess, but I never really listened to them again. And then they kind of started to like fade into the background for me, and then I checked out Mr. Vampire and the songs that I guess everyone hates, but I love those songs. And I was like, oh, this is I need to get back into Itzy. Yeah.
I love it. Oh, we're next. So we have Tenerife C. Sorry if I butchered your name. But what do you guys think about Black Label's new upcoming girl group? Do you think they will overshadow Baby Monster?
I don't know. I don't know who they are.
To be determined.
Yeah, TBD. I don't know. I'm no
I thought
psychic.
that was such an interesting question because I was like, wait, I didn't know the connection between the new girl group and Baby Monster. Like, what? Well, shouldn't they just debut on their own and just do their thing? And I didn't see how Baby
Yeah.
Monster came into the
We'll see
equation.
when the video comes out. I don't know.
You'll find out.
Yeah.
They're not on the same label, right?
No.
Okay, I was
Wait.
just, I mean, because I don't be knowing.
No, I
So-
think the reason why they're asking that is because Blackpink basically still uses like the sound that Teddy's notorious for making, and Black
Yeah.
Label is Teddy's label. But I don't get into that.
Yeah.
beef.
Oh.
That- so
We'll
maybe
Kind of
that's
like
the
still
connection.
connected with Blackpink in some kind of way.
Yeah.
And why'd you?
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm gonna give
I
them
only
a fresh
saw-
look like I give everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
All right, so Cabello 2, sorry if I butchered your name, wants to know, now that the contract situation with Blackpink is settled, what are your thoughts on how it all turned out?
As long as they pull the Brinks truck up to Lisa's house and pay her money,
The money, dog.
cool. Yeah, drop some money, motherfucking money. If that happened, everything's cool. But everybody else seems
Twerking,
pretty happy.
twerking.
I see Rose just started a channel. Lisa just got a role on some show I don't watch.
Nice.
Oh, the White Lotus.
Yeah, there you go. I never seen it before. Jenny's doing her thing. She's working on an album.
Oh, look at that.
So I mean, and Jisoo's Jisooing. So I mean, everybody seems happy. Everybody got
flowers.
their money. Run everybody their money. Y'all got it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, at this point, if Blackpink and the members of Blackpink are fine with what they're doing, and I agree, I support them.
I'm glad they held out.
Same.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's all it is. I'm just glad they're doing what they want to do. That's all it is about.
I think it's wins on both sides as well because they're still kind of connected, but they're still able to kind of do their own thing and make content, release music. Because
Bold prediction: we'll get Blackpink music this year.
oh, that's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, can we just get like anything? I feel like they've been gone for like, I don't know.
Hey, we got
they're-
the girls last year.
Yeah.
That your daughter cannot stop singing.
yeah.
Shout out to MJF. She wrote that song.
Shout out. Yeah, you might even get a TV show produced by the weekend. You know, that's possible.
And why you give it?
Oh my dear.
That show got canceled, by the way.
It got canceled.
Yes, they're not doing another season.
Oh man. Ooh.
I didn't watch it, so I can't comment on it.
I didn't watch it either.
Nope. So V Omega wants to know, what are the reasons for your success on a YouTube channel based on K-pop reactions?
I don't know.
Success.
Oh my dear.
I have no clue.
why, why you say success with a question mark?
Oh no.
I don't know.
How about RJ go first? Let him go ahead, RJ.
I mean, y'all
What
want
are
real
my-
answers, right?
I don't know.
I don't have an answer either, honestly. But
Damn.
well, it's funny because there was a comment I got late last year, and I think it was from a reaction channel that was probably just starting or something like that. And I think they asked me, like, what did you do to either get subscribers or I don't know. I guess they just asked how I did things, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like, honestly, like, you just be yourself, and just that's really all I can tell you. It seems like, the cop out answer, but like, if the
Believe in
people
yourself.
like you, they'll stick around.
Right.
If they don't like you, they'll find someone else that they do like. So I can't really tell you how it works. You just got to go and do it, I guess. Terrible answer, but it's
No,
real.
no, solid.
It's real.
I didn't know that was direct.
I feel like real talk. I feel like a lot of our success came from COVID. Like I feel like we because we blew up during that time. Actually,
No,
I
it
feel
was
like we
before.
got lucky.
No, it was way.
No, we did. We kind
But-
of got moving, but we got in before everybody got fake and started doing the open gas mouth
We don't know what's
thumbnails for
I
everything.
have,
We don't know.
Wow.
I have a controversial opinion
He said
about this.
open
So
gas mouth.
Listen.
Dang.
So like, I go along with the things of like, you saying you being yourself and
Oh my
everything.
god, I can't.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
But I feel like in some ways we've always like, been ourselves and done
really?
what we want to do. But there's that little pocket, and I'm not attacking nobody,
I was joking.
but there's that little pocket out there that believes that our channel grew to a certain group.
I mean, according to people
And
in the comments.
in the comments.
Yeah.
And I really don't find the reasoning in that. Because we react to like everybody.
Man.
Especially at first, we was
At
doing
first we was
everything
doing
else.
Yeah, wish we could do
everybody.
more.
So the fact that a fandom can like claim entitlement to like that's what grew our channel, kind of like pisses me off. Because I would say we kind of reached the 100K mark kind of slowly,
Oh,
than compared
The
to some
journey.
other channels and everything like that. But we did it based off of what we wanted to do. So I don't know. It's kind of convoluted.
Look, you want some real tips. Look, so we used we did a lot of research. For when we started doing reactions,
Yeah.
people watched our channel grow.
Yeah.
I say that just to say if your setup looks like crap, just start. And as you evolve, people see your growth and people see you change. Like, look, go back and look at some of our first reactions. I feel like there's a white sheet hanging.
Literally same.
Yeah.
And then we
Yeah.
end up in this room with gray walls where you can hear crazy echo
Yeah.
around the circular desk. Like
Oh yeah.
it
remember that.
evolved. People watched
Okay.
everything change.
We couldn't touch the desk.
There was no TV here at one
Mhm.
point, and then we switched to a TV. People like that change because nobody else was doing that change. So we just tried things, threw stuff at the wall. We tried different thumbnails, figured out stuff that worked. We used and this is not a plug because they don't pay us. We used TubeBuddy a
Yup.
lot because they helped
Tube.
us learn
Yeah.
how to tag things correctly and things of that nature. I mean, we took a lot of suggestions from like the people that we trust in our Discord, and like a lot of the people that became friends in the comments. The same people that presented this to us.
Big love.
Yeah. So we kind of like followed their direction, and then like because they kind of held our hand as we were learning. We do a lot of stuff on the side that we don't post on YouTube, where we were learning stuff about group members and stuff like this. But yeah, like that's real stuff that we just did,
Yeah.
and YouTube, they have a lot to do with what gets big and what doesn't. They have the algorithm, they have the switches, they control what people see, what they don't see. We have like thousands of videos that are unlisted in our YouTube, and YouTube doesn't like that. So they stagger your growth. So there's positives and negatives to everything.
Yeah.
So
And another thing that I think we stood on too is just being authentic
honest, yeah.
and honest.
Oh,
Like,
all the time.
yeah,
Yeah. Shout out.
and
Oh
I
yeah.
feel like,
Shout out.
I feel like that helped us grow and kind of made us stagnant a bit because
People don't like you being
people don't
honest.
like you being honest.
What?
They don't like you being
That is so
honest.
true.
Not cool.
So, but I feel like the more honest we were, like we see comments about it all the time about how we just like we love how you keep it real and honest, even
Yeah.
though you know that there's a group of people that's not going to like what you're going to say. You still keep it real. So I think that's what's kind of made us grow. We've gotten more of those type of fans
Yeah.
or followers, subscribers. So yeah,
And you know how easy it is to be yourself. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
super easy,
Oh my gosh.
barely an inconvenience.
Oh man, love it. Love it, man. I think that aspect, man, is just important. If you love what you're doing, you get the best out of a situation. I think just enjoying it, enjoy the journey, man, enjoy the ride, man, because ultimately we're reacting, right? So you want to be in a good space, have good energy towards that. And number two, the community, man. I think the community kind of just grabbed us and was like, hey,
Mhm.
y'all
That's a
going
big part.
huge
That's
part.
a big part because if you don't communicate with that community, like if you just posting is just posting, then you're doing it for the wrong thing. You
Yeah.
gotta engage your
Yep.
community, like give back and just be a part of it
Share that,
because
man.
they spend the time with you, spend the time with them.
Spin it back, man.
That's it.
Wait, can we go back to the thumbnail comment?
Big thumbs in the chat.
Because I have questions.
So sometimes YouTube does what do? They evaluate your channel and they send you suggestions. I don't know if you've ever noticed this.
Oh, I don't
So if
think
you go
so.
into your community feed, it's somewhere in your audience or something, and they have an audience retention thing and they have a suggestion thing. And they usually make suggestions for thumbnails. And I feel like TubeBuddy gives you suggestions for thumbnails. And all the time when basically they're telling us that we're not looking shocked enough in our thumbnails.
We had to be more
And if
patient.
we and if we made more shocking faces in our thumbnails, our videos will get more views. This is what TubeBuddy and YouTube tries to push on us. They're like, look at these thumbnails and how these videos are performing. Maybe you should change your thumbnails to look like this. And all the thumbnails are always like,
and we used it. We tried it. Like we made some thumbnails where we reacted to something and just did a whole bunch of screenshots.
But it
But
wasn't. It was too
wasn't.
authentic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
it's too
so
authentic.
funny.
Yeah.
No, because when you said that, I was like, oh, dang, are they talking about me? No, not like, not for real, not for real. But I know when I make my thumbnails, like usually I base it on like the mood of the song, and
Okay.
I'll make sure I usually just screen grab like a moment of my reaction,
Yeah.
and then that'll be it. But like it's just funny because like there's so many that I'm just like that about, like, or something like that, like
if you
So
notice
it's
the guys that get like, I don't want to say any names, but the reactors that get like 300K every reaction, that's their thing. Like I had a conversation with a reactor. I'm not going to say his name, but he basically just does it for engagement. Like he doesn't even care about K-pop for real. And he just does it for engagement. He just like I had a conversation with him and he was basically like, look, man, if I'm going to give you some pointers, basically there's these couple people and we kind of have this thing how we do our videos, and it's weird because you can see all their thumbnails are the same, and they all use the same formula, and it's a formula that works and drives a huge number, because YouTube is at a point now where the only thing they care about is keeping people on the site.
Yeah.
So anything that's gonna be like clickbaity, and those thumbnail types are extremely clickbaity and they work in the algorithm. And YouTube is always trying to get us to change our thumbnail. They don't like our thumbnails. So we always are getting things like, you guys should change your thumbnails. Your text should be more easier to read. You should use more bolder lettering with less words. And it's just like,
dang, I wonder what they think of mine.
making reactions, man. It's not that deep. You said what?
I said, I wonder what they think of mine. I
Go
never knew
in
that
your
was a thing.
Yes, it's a thing. Go in your analytics. It's in there. I feel like they email it to us like every
It's
3 months or something like that.
about like your click retention rate or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
Oh, wow.
basically measures when you're scrolling YouTube, and somehow they measure if you stop to look at a thumbnail.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
they
it's
measure
wild.
that. That is
Yeah.
the analytic, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing, because we've been
Wow.
talking about this a lot. I don't know if you know this, but you know how people spam your comments to react to something? Like, let's just say, like,
Oh, I hate that.
tomorrow, on Friday, they're going to be spamming you, like, hey, you do know Twice dropped a new album out today. Can you check it out? Well, a lot of those people that do that, they don't realize they actually are hurting the video they're doing that on, because YouTube counts that as somebody that's not interested in the video because they clicked on the video, they left a comment, and they left. So
Mm.
YouTube views
Oh.
that as, let's not send this content out as much because people aren't engaged in watching this. So it makes the views on your video go down because you didn't react to whatever came out fast enough.
Yeah.
Dang.
And no shouts out to the person that comments on every reaction
Oh.
that is not related to their request.
Yeah.
It's like, we understand you want a reaction. And I remember somebody in our comments was like, oh, a nice way of talking to your fans who just want to support you. No, that's not the problem.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have a community section where you can make a post on something, or, you know, we have social media, email.
Yeah.
Just don't do it on the
Facts.
video.
Yeah.
You said facts. But yeah, it's hard.
But that's how to have a successful YouTube channel.
Yep.
And honestly, it's just a progress. Like, there's no quick routes about it, y'all.
No, it's
Like,
not. It took years.
Nope.
there's no quick things. I mean, some people get lucky and they just skyrocket. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there's really no secret. You
Yeah,
know,
you just got to do it.
Oh man, the
Like
little thumb
Nike,
thing.
just do it.
But yeah, there's really no secret to it. It's just basically about what you want out of it. And that's it.
I think one of you guys made a point about this too, but not like, I feel like one of the things that took me so long to do it is because I felt like I was trying to wait for everything to line up like properly. Like, I wanted to have this camera, I wanted to have this look, or I wanted to have this background or whatever. And then
I struggle with
after
that.
a while, I was just like, forget it. Just point it to a corner in the room and just get started. And then boom.
Right.
Good stuff. Okay, so is there a K-pop reaction community out there, guys?
Well, we kind of started doing so there is a reactor Discord that we've been trying to build up and get more reactors in. But yeah, we all chat up in the Discord and we share advice and tips and things of that nature. And I think we were all in there trying to figure out why all our Twice reactions were getting blocked.
That was funny.
Yeah. I
Doing
think that's
rocket
so
science.
crazy. I don't know why that just sporadically happens to different channels.
Yeah.
Like, what everyone's doing differently.
But yeah, we've been talking. Some of us talk, you know, the people in the chat. It's dope. It's dope being able to, hey, what's going on? How do you do this?
LOL.
You'd say LOL. Okay, so your Tune Trials is entertaining and really done well.
Oh,
Oh, that's dope.
Have you thought about organizing a championship with Asia, US, LATAM, AU, EU reactions?
oh,
Well,
Who?
well, thank you for the compliment.
that's
Whoever wrote
beautiful. Oh my gosh.
There was no name.
that. Yeah. So
Uh.
the thing about that is that, for one, it's hard to get people to do it. Believe it or not, I couldn't tell you how many people I email. Some people just don't want to do it. Some people get mad that I keep asking them.
And some people miss out on it. You know, they say they
Yeah.
want to see it and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some people are busy.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So how about this? If you want to see a reactor do it, you ask them in the comments, because they get mad if I send it to them. Apparently,
Well, I mean,
not
Why do you get
everybody.
I
mad?
mean, well, the question was more so like, do you want that?
So the plan is after we get 4 of them, we can kind of do like a Clash of Champions type thing. That's definitely the goal. Everybody wants to do it that I've talked to, and some people want to do redos because they didn't.
Me, please. 'Cause I need to redeem myself. I can't go out like that.
Oh, you're fine.
How did you feel after you saw the episode?
I mean, I was mad at myself.
Don't be mad.
Don't
Um,
be mad.
I just was because like I think there's things that I feel like I probably have listened to a lot more now since then.
Mhm.
Because some stuff I just hadn't heard yet, and I think I was also just very nervous, so I was really in my head. So
Yeah.
I really couldn't think straight, and people were just like, "Rashad, what are you doing?" I don't know. Sorry, I don't know what to do.
But yeah, I feel like something like that would be dope. I mean, I feel, as a content creator, I feel like that's one of the things that we've done on this channel that I'm most proud of. Um, I mean, editing sometimes is stressful. I ain't gonna lie, but the end product, I'll just be like, that came out nice, So that's a good feeling. And even like I didn't have to do a clickbait video for this last one.
Oh, that's amazing.
It did well on
Oh
its
yeah,
own.
that's right.
Because the first one I did the whole clickbait like no more reactions are coming on this channel,
Yep,
and look at people, but I didn't do
I
that for
fell
this
for it
one.
too.
Stress us all out. Stress us all out.
But I felt like it did well, and people were responding to it very well. I mean, Dame started this years ago with people we did album reviews with
Yeah.
before we got into K-pop. So the foundation was there. We've always had that idea set, but just to see it take off with the K-pop infused theme was great to see. So yeah, it'll be dope.
And to see artists do it. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, yo.
We got Triple S to do it,
Fatu to
Fatu,
do it.
and
It was fun
like
seeing Frankie Day do it.
yeah, like that has been really cool. So that feeling unknown is just like, yeah, I think we got something here. So we love y'all support,
Yes.
Thanks for
Ooh,
supporting
trials.
it,
Yeah.
And a lot and a lot of the people I did contact, like some people are just really bad with like they don't use social media like that. They
Which is
don't really
understandable.
check their emails that often. So a lot of the people out like they'll check the email like 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, like, oh,
Yeah.
I ain't even know I got this email, man. What's up? So and everybody communicates in different ways.
Way different.
Some people use Instagram, some people use
So
Twitter.
like Dame said, if you really want to see them, communicate the best way possible, and then hopefully they'll find their way back to us.
Yeah. The email's probably in their inbox.
Good check your inbox.
All right. So Fast Fang 1229 wants to know, what do you think that the what do you shoot? What do you think are the big four companies' biggest strengths and weaknesses?
For each, or just
Yeah,
collectively.
I'm not about to go down through each. So
Okay.
what I
Just
will
pick and choose.
definitely do is I'll say like I think they need to spread these releases out a little bit more.
Mm.
Especially like JYP blowing their whole load in January. Like what the hell?
Wow.
I think labels, and I mean we've said this multiple times. Labels need to look at New Jeans, XG, and Kiss of Life's rollouts, and that needs to be
Brilliant.
copied and pasted throughout the
Brilliant.
industry. Like, get rid of this one title track idea. Like, give people time, roll out music videos. Everything don't got to be over the top. Like, look at XG's videos. I felt like they did a good job of having different style videos. We just started watching the Kiss of Life behind the scenes.
Dope.
Everybody on their team is part of the rollout. New Jeans, they had 5 videos all with different choreography at the same time. It don't have to be that quick. I'm just saying, like, roll it out over the course of the year. Let people breathe. Like, I feel like XG was rocking them 5 songs for like 5 months,
Smart
and
move.
that was
Mhm.
perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Smart move.
They were in our faces all year. Like New Jeans, XG. They came out every like 2 months with a new song.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Some
Like,
freestyles.
yeah, like it make take y'all spent weeks doing this album. You know what I mean? Like Gio, I think she did her album in 2 months, and you get a 3 week push, 2 week push. Dead that. It's dumb.
Yeah.
It's
I agree.
stupid. There's no way that Closer shouldn't have got a real fucking music video. Like, trust your artist, trust the process. These B sides are good songs that deserve a push
Yeah.
and a chance. Look at Vicha's video. Do something like that
Yeah. Simple.
at the beach,
Simple.
chill, having fun.
Yeah.
It worked. Trust the songs y'all are producing,
Any positives that they're doing right?
that they're doing right,
Yeah.
making good songs.
There we go.
They just ain't pushing them. They making the good records.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. I feel the whole release thing heavy, heavy. Um, give them time to promote because I feel like once a release comes, next week it's old. Like you know how you get like, oh yeah, that's on that old stuff. Like
Yeah.
I feel like that's really really prevalent in K-pop, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I just feel like you should spend more time marketing it and just and basking in it, and like
I
that.
felt like Shiny Hard was here and gone
Oh man.
It
in
really
like a
was.
I
couple days.
agree.
It really
Yeah.
was. It really was. And I feel like even when it came to like Onu's project
Oh yeah.
I felt like he promoted it for like a week.
and Key as well, like it's just in and out, in and out. Even Taman, like
Yeah.
I mean, granted, if you're a fan, you're going to consume the content, but
Mhm.
it's just always on to the next.
It's too
And
fast.
What if
I don't
somebody
know.
was on vacation for 2 weeks? They ain't hear it.
You missed it.
They missed the whole rollout.
So, and then as far as strengths, I feel like yeah, just keep making good music. I
Dang.
feel like they got. Well, you know what I mean. They making good music, but like do more projects to where you're getting the shine on everybody involved. I get the artists, the K-pop groups are the face and everything like that. But I love learning about the producers and the
Oh, I love
dancers,
it,
the
man.
backup
I
dancers,
think
and
that's just a
everything.
us thing.
I know, I
Yeah.
know, but the collective process, I love that.
Yeah, we appreciate the hard work, man.
The writers, I don't want to forget about the writers. Give them
Definitely.
more shine, yo.
That's my point. I think the biggest plus for the big labels is the fact that they have the best writers, the best producers, not the best cameraman, but they do have cameramen. But they have a set of team and structure that kind of help them, kind of guide them and usher them. I think having that sense of structure and exposure is great for the artist because it doesn't feel like if you're outside of those big companies, you don't get the same push.
Yeah.
It's a little bit harder to kind of get that push. I think some cons are I feel like some of these artists overwork, man. I think and a lot of times these artists they come out like every day. So if you don't hit immediately, they might be shoving you.
You know what? Good point. I need to
Yeah.
piggyback off that. I know social media and everything and the whole
Bubble.
the bubbles and
Yeah.
stuff. Yo, that's a little bit much at time. Granted, I know some of the artists like it.
Yeah.
But it kind of gets back on that. I think RJ was pointing on the fact that some of these fans feel like they know everything about somebody and is so entitled to these artists to
Oh,
where it
yeah.
becomes dangerous. So yeah, good point.
I think they even got mad at Jaehyun of NCT for not posting on Bubble that often. And
Oh,
he's
dang.
like, okay, sorry.
Smiley face emoji.
He gonna get on there. Sorry, I ain't been on here, y'all. Get off.
And that's it.
Right.
That's the post.
My bad, y'all.
I'll try.
I don't know too much about the companies, really, but I would agree with everything you guys said because those are legit points.
Oh, sorry.
You all right?
Yeah, I was reading still. Sorry. Okay, so what are y'all's thoughts of YG not promoting Baby Monster on music shows? And what's more important, domestically or doing well internationally?
If K-pop wants to be like the biggest genre of music, I mean, I know this probably people ain't gonna like this comment. This is the guy in the middle talking. If K-pop wants to be like the biggest genre in the world, arguably you have to get domestic, like international sales, right? That's
Yeah.
usually like if you have an international hit, it's a wrap. Like you out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm talking about like when we talk about international, who are we talking? We talking about Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
We talking about Taylor Swift. We talking about Beyonce.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about I can go to the middle of Madagascar and be like, do you know who Rihanna is? Beyonce, Bad Bunny, Like they're gonna. I'm just saying they're gonna say yes to every single
Yes.
one of those names that I mentioned. And then if I say, hey, do you know who New Jeans are? They're gonna be like, what, Levi's?
Yeah.
Like, no disrespect. I'm just saying, like,
No, I feel you.
if you're
I feel
trying
you.
to get an
Wranglers.
international, like international is
Yeah.
where all the money is. Now, are domestic fans gonna be upset? Of course. America, we got mad when all the rappers started going international.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot
Yeah.
of people don't like Flow Rider.
Oh yeah, you're right. Florida.
I'm just saying because Flow Rider blew up internationally. Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. It was rocking. And then when he started doing the party rock anthem stuff, people were like, yo, we ain't rocking with that,
Yeah.
bro.
Lil
Like,
John did the same thing.
Lil Jon did the same thing.
Yeah.
So domestic fans aren't gonna like it. They're gonna rebel. They're gonna want you to stay local.
Yeah.
But if you want the money, if like when I listen to JYP and all of them talk, his goal is to have like international artists.
I see that.
Somi asked Che Young, like, man, y'all making so much money in America. And then she's like, which one do you like better, America or Korea? And Che Young looking like, oh man, we got Korean fans. You know, it's just that thing. Like in the Baby Monster thing, I mean, look, I don't know. I mean, look, I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're waiting for Ion to get fined. I don't know. I don't know what YG is doing over there. They're making good songs.
Yeah.
Well, she's
But
supposed to be in
I'll
the next comeback, apparently.
right. So I feel like I answer that question in April. Wait until the whole group is there. Ask that question again, and after they come back as a
Good
full
call.
unit, then I could assess it then. But as of right now, they got a whole bunch of special stage videos that we like.
Yeah.
They're doing all
Solid.
right.
I mean, yeah, it's up to YG on how they wanna they make the decisions. If you're just a fan of the group, I would say just support the group. I mean, yeah, it's disappointing where you can't have the full lineup and you can't perform on these music shows like you want to. But then if they didn't do nothing, y'all might be complaining. You know,
Yeah.
that they're not putting out no content, not doing the music. So it's just like as a fan, you should just, be appreciative and just, try to support what they're doing. And then regarding the whole international domestic thing, how can you call yourself a fan if you don't want your favorite artist or group to grow internationally? That's just what I come back to all that. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
you're going to lose that personal attachment, but you would just hope that they'll always know where they came from. I mean, it's tough. There's been a lot of artists that blew up where I'm like, damn, they ain't the same anymore. But I remember why I attached to them myself,
Yeah.
and I just got to think about that. At the end of the day, they're doing something for themselves. And if I don't agree with it, I mean, it's just something that works for them, but I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I mean, if it works for them, it works for them. I can't just be sitting here mad because, I mean, at the end of the day, they're doing what works for them. You just hope that they try to stay true to their sound or trying to honor it in whatever way and try to grow.
Yeah. The way I feel about it is like, if you're a new group, man, go where your fans at. You know, if it's local, if it's international, if it's in Madagascar, like Dane mentioned, and start singing to them lines. You feel me? Like, go to where your people go to support you and build from there. And if you get to a point where you're big enough to have that option to go local, stay local, or go international, for the fans, if you love something so much, you should let it go. If it comes back, it loves you forever. So let your artists go international, and when they come back, I'm sure they'll show so much more love, to their area. Maybe be able to bring something back. So sometimes you gotta let things go in order for them to kind of like go through those motions, figure some things out, and come back. Maybe even better artists, or they can come back like Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just go way off the charts. But yeah, that's just part of the art. You can't really control it. You should not contain art. Just let it go.
And at the end of the day, like Dame said, it's a
Yep.
business, man.
Mhm.
They trying to make money. I mean, at the end of the day, we got to remember this is still a business.
Oh yeah,
There's 300 million people in America. I mean, of course, you want your artist to pop there.
Not to mention, like, I'm sure 90% of these groups want to grow in that way. They want to be known. So that's what they want. But is there a reason why Baby Monster is not doing music shows? Was that what they were talking about?
I don't remember. I felt like there was something about it, but I didn't
I
read
don't
into it.
remember. Yeah.
I've been trying to stay away from some of the K-pop news because it triggers me in a way that I can't explain.
I feel
I don't
that.
see how you're so good on Twitter because I damn near had a meltdown at work on Thursday. I took in so much social media from Monday to Thursday. Felt like Huey on that episode of the Boondocks when he watched BT for a month straight, and he
Oh,
got poisoned and hypnotized.
Okay, yeah, I
And
can do that too.
then once you stop watching, he just snapped out of it.
Yeah.
Like I was on social media while I was working. I shouldn't say that, right?
No.
Yeah. So I was just on social media a lot.
there we go. While working on things at the house.
There you go. And I started getting really consumed with like being mad at a lot of things at the same time. And I was just like, yo, this is really negative.
Yeah.
Like, and it was a lot of the K-pop posts that I was seeing. And I was just like, yo, I gotta close all of this stuff.
Yeah,
And I just closed it. And then I just started listening to music and I felt good again.
there you go.
So yeah, I don't know why
Yeah.
specifically they haven't been doing shows, but I kind of don't care either. Like their songs are good for right now. Just do the Stuck in the Middle to batter up.
Yeah.
They've been recording their own specialized stages. Let them do that.
All right, so I don't know how to pivot, so whatever. What are y'all thoughts about music charts in general?
I
Do
hate
you
it.
guys value music charts or the actual songs themselves?
I saw this question and I was just like, I don't know how deep I want to go.
I mean, you talked about it before.
Look,
Yeah,
I
we talk about it all
hate
the time.
numbers. I blame 50 Cent for all of this crap. Fans didn't know what a Nielsen chart was, a Billboard chart was, and none of that stuff until that mofo had the nerve to ask people to see how many albums he sold compared to Ja Rule. People didn't
Yeah,
even
that's
know
right.
about albums. People didn't care about album sales. Now it's such a thing. Like I saw a whole thing where the Swifties were mad that one of Kanye's songs was about to be number one for the week. So the Swifties started streaming Beyonce's Texas Hold'em song to prevent Kanye from getting number one.
Dang.
And the
it's like
fact that that's a
Hold on,
thing.
we got a fandom alliance.
Yes.
for the greater good.
The
Swifties
Swifties
assisted the
started
Beehive?
Yes.
And now that is interesting. How did they come to negotiation?
On Twitter.
On the turn?
Oh Lord,
On Twitter.
always on Twitter.
Oh,
But
man.
look, I hate numbers because I don't feel like numbers are a valid weight on how good something is. And it never
agree.
has been. So when you're sitting here talking about numbers, and I don't want to start comparing songs and groups because you guys are going to get upset. But real talk, like when I listen to songs like Kiss of Life, Nobody Knows, they ain't nothing like that out in like the genre. And it sounds so good.
Yeah.
So for whatever numbers it did, I'm pretty sure whatever song that y'all want to point to, that song is better than that song. And that song's numbers are higher than the song that I like better.
Oh, yeah.
So numbers aren't a real reflection of how good something is. Because you got to remember, K-pop numbers are inflated. You got to like divide it by like 30 for it to be realistic. I know people don't like me saying that either, but it's the truth. Like I saw something like everybody get ready to come back as so and so. We got to run the numbers up, and it's just like, can we get real numbers so we can see how popular? So that at least the labels can gauge where they need to go, where they need to head. It's kind of hard for like us. It's a lot of noise. Like get outside, touch grass. You don't got to leave your computer on repeat. You know what I'm saying? Like your favorite songs, listen to your favorite songs.
Yeah.
You can still support without like skewing the numbers or trying to push something up. Like live life, call friends,
Yeah.
play a video game or two. You know what I mean? Text somebody, group chat, FaceTime.
Someone did that to me recently on a comment. I'm not going to say the group, but I think I made a comment about hoping to see what if the next song is going to be better or do not be better. It was more like, I guess I'm excited to see what happens next and what they end up doing, if it'll end up being better than the previous song. And their comment was like, listing the amount of like, I don't know, achievements that this song did. And I'm like, okay, like that's great. I'm not even commenting on that. That has nothing to do with whether or not this song is a good song though. Like just because it did good, that doesn't mean anything. But I mean, it does, but like not in whether or not this is a good song or not. You know what I mean?
Right.
Music
Yeah,
is subjective, so
yeah, I'll definitely value the music more. Um, Charts are fun,
Yeah, fun.
especially when we were trying to do charts with the drift charts and everything. It's fun, but when you get
How
to
many
the
times did you side out at drift chart though?
Dang.
Every time.
there were some times, and it's just like it becomes more about just faves
Yeah, popularity.
more than the song itself. It's just like, well, I didn't listen to that. I don't like that song. Well, then how can you rank it in the chart?
Yeah.
How can you equally rank the stuff when you didn't even bother to try and listen to a group just because you don't like the group? But then you have some group, them fandoms out there be like, well, I don't need to support K-pop. I just need to support my group,
Yeah.
and that's where the problem lies. So, yeah, I'll value the music.
the mentality is so weird.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I'm with the team, man. I don't. First of all, I don't do numbers on the weekends. I don't do no
I
counting.
feel that.
You know what I'm
There
saying?
you go. Yeah.
I don't got time for that.
Mm-mm.
Especially when I'm cutting grass and I'm just trying to listen to some good music.
It's
So
like, this 10 million streams. Let me look at this.
let me listen to this song. No, if the vibe is there, you listen to it and you appreciate it. But your numbers, I hate that artists do go for it. It's fun, like Ace says, but it can't be everything.
Well, I mean, it's just a thing that even over here, we got independent artists, kind of gets to them when they don't get the amount of streams or
Oh
looks
yeah,
on their video or likes on this. Like, it's become such a thing to where it halts creatives. Like,
Right.
it
Mhm.
gets them not really trying to pursue what they're doing, and I hate that has become a metric in order to view how successful you are.
but you gotta think of just recently what Killer Mike, did some great numbers, won some awards,
Mhm.
right? Wasn't necessarily billboards. I'm not sure about
That
those
was the
numbers.
Grammys.
Those Grammys won some
Yeah.
awards, and he's like, "Look, my price is going up now." So that recognition, it can be
It
good for an
helps.
artist. It
Yeah,
helps,
yeah, it helps. It helps.
But just to prove like what I'm saying, what my point was as far as the artistry, Killer Mike's album is great.
Yeah,
But I personally feel like Nick Grant's was better.
yeah. It
He
was a
wasn't
good
even
project.
nominated.
Oh, great project
So
too.
so I don't care what the numbers say.
Yeah, good point.
I like it's and then
Yeah.
in music, like RJ just said, music is subjective. Everybody like 1080p doesn't like Lucky Day. Like I tried.
No,
Dang.
Why you gotta put me on
For
blast?
real?
Damn.
that's wild.
I mean, she hated Mr. Vampire, but
And
she
now I love
she
it.
loves it now.
I mean, I don't have a
Okay.
choice.
Like so it's subjective. Everybody is different.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, numbers can't justify anything. You
No.
can tell me Jurassic Park 4 made more money than 1, but you're not going to convince me that 1 is not better than 4.
Well,
Salute.
I'll say this too. I want to
Salute.
add this in. I feel like back in the day, especially with like the 106 and Parks, TRLs, and stuff like that,
Good time.
charts actually kind of meant something because there was limited access to
Right.
music videos and
Yeah.
streaming networks. So it kind of meant something then.
Mhm.
So I think back in the day, I probably would have more fun to charts. But now, everything is too easily accessible.
Manipulated.
Yeah.
And it's easy to
Manipulated, yeah.
manipulate. So it's like, that's why I don't really care about it now, because you got, like you said, Swifties messing up the charts because they don't like somebody, so they'll help
Perfect
another
example.
group.
Michael Jackson, Thriller.
Yeah.
Biggest song ever created. How do BTS songs have more views in it? I'm just saying, just an easy example.
Oh,
this
yeah,
is,
you're right.
This is literally like the biggest song ever.
You're
most selling albums of all time. Nobody's ever gonna pass it again.
Yeah.
Because people don't buy albums anymore.
Yeah, you can't.
You know what I mean? Thriller. People in every country know Thriller.
Oh yeah.
They got prisons out in Singapore doing choreography.
Yeah.
To Thriller.
Really?
Yes.
That's a good point.
Yes.
But we have like I think 10 BTS videos that have more views than Thriller.
I've never paid attention to that metric. That's crazy. Wow.
I'm just saying. No knock on BTS.
Right.
I'm just saying, if we're being perfectly honest here.
That's the issue right there.
Like Blackpink, more views than Thriller. Like, make it make sense. Like, let's not look at the charts.
Yeah.
Numbers lie sometimes.
Mhm.
Back in the day, they were more trustworthy.
Yep.
Yeah, limited access.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
But now, like when Madonna, back then, numbers was real.
Yeah.
You had to physically go to the store.
Radio plays meant something.
Oh yeah.
You had to wait 30 minutes
Yeah.
to hear your song again.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Pop the trunk.
You had to call in to
Well, my bad.
request.
Right.
There was,
The
there
This
was,
request.
song.
yeah, there
Oh,
was a
yeah.
time you had to wait hours.
Yeah.
They refused to play the same song on the hour back in the day when I was a little pew pew.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And they'll get fired for that too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Song age is wild. But
Yeah.
it means so much. It's not even just be like a back of my day thing. It's just like there was more like impact on those things when that
Yeah.
that
Mhm.
mattered. Now it don't matter because you can go viral.
Yeah. Music's more disposable.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's tough.
So that's how we feel about numbers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. 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 Do your math
Segue.
work. Yeah.
He said, "Do your math." Oh gosh. Okay. So, so if you guys were to debut as K-pop idols, what sound or genre would you want to do? Name your first album, and what company would you debut with?
I forgot to do this
Oof.
before today.
Isn't-
I debuted with JYP.
Haven't
Oh,
we
wow.
done this before?
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
you
we
got.
done.
Yeah.
We've
Let
done this
RJ go.
before.
Yeah, RJ, go
Wait, I'm
ahead.
sorry, I'm putting you on the spot, RJ.
Damn.
Are you ready? Do you need a minute?
Um, no, I'm good. So
Okay.
the question was, what company would you debut with, and what would your sound be?
Like what genre?
And what would be the name of your debut album?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
That's a lot.
It's
That's
a
a lot,
loaded
yeah.
question. I
That's
didn't
a
come up
lot
with
for a
it.
debut album.
Yeah. What genre
I'm gonna just
would you
go
do?
the 10 route and just have it be self-titled. I guess.
There you go. That's it. That's it.
So what's your name?
Dang, I need a stage name too. That's right. I'm gonna just go with RJ because RJ's not my real name.
Oh,
That's
cool.
already a stage name. Yeah, so we'll just go with
Alright.
RJ.
Mm.
I think I would go with the company wise. I'd probably say JYP as well. And I think just because I don't know if I want to say what I want to say. It might be. Let me move on. The genre, probably something that blends R&B and something that feels a little bit experimental. I feel like I gravitate towards that sound myself musically, so I think that's probably what I would be into.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I debut with JYP. My
Okay.
name be Dame Diddy. I guess my album will be called "I Keeps It Real,"
That's all I'm talking about. All the way.
Keeps it real.
and I want them
Spoken word.
joints to produce the whole joint.
Oh, I love it.
And
Yeah.
I want the hub to write the whole thing.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, every member of the hub, man. Frankie Day, you know what I'm saying? Everybody
Yeah,
from the
all this
hub
one.
write a different song.
What's the hub?
What kind of genre is that?
The hub's a songwriting unit. They do a lot of end mixes, records. They do records for
everything.
practically everybody in the
Yeah.
industry, actually.
Oh,
What genre would you do?
I mean, it's gonna be hip hop R&B ish.
Nice.
Red, like it's gonna be velvetish.
Ooh.
You know, red velvetish.
Black Velvet. Yeah.
little
Yeah, there you
automatic.
go.
Black Velvet. Ooh. Okay.
Listen, I'll probably most likely go with SM.
Nice.
Of
I think I've said that
course.
before.
Yeah. I feel like we both said the same
Um,
thing before.
Oh yeah, we did.
As far as a name, I don't know, bro.
Being ambitious.
Nice.
Ambitious minds.
Nice. Ambitious in the rain.
That's a fan club name. Ambitious Minds, right there.
Ambitious at night.
So ambitious image.
No. That's the
No.
company. Yeah. But as far as sound, I mean, it's gonna be R&B. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
It's gonna be R&B infused with a whole lot of stuff because I like too much. So.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell you my name, man.
And bring Freddie Mercury from the dead and let him get on one of my records.
Oh man. AI. Okay.
There you go.
You know what? I'm gonna keep it really creative. I think last time I said I'll be independent, so I'll
Yeah,
say
you did.
independent. My name will be Bang Bang. I have a group called the Boomerangs. It'll be Bang Bang and the Boomerangs.
I love it.
The album, I think I'll call it. Are we really gonna put this up?
Day one classic right there. Are we really gonna put this out?
It'll be the
Bang
album.
Bang and the Boomerang. Like, yo.
That's a good one though.
Let me do the infomercial for that.
Right.
Oh man, shut up.
All right. Well, we got one last question, and it's from Sunjini. Yeah. They want to know, what do y'all think about Soyeon's raps? Do you think she's butchering English like a lot of people do? Nah.
I'd say.
Wait, that's a question?
That is the question.
That's tough.
Well, Soyeon's been catching a lot of heat lately. I'll say this.
Shows how much I
Did
keep
y'all
up
watch
on
our
it.
covers? Did you see me butcher Korean? What am I gonna tell her about butchering English?
That's a fact.
I'm pretty sure if you let a Korean translator look at my rap, they would probably crack up. Be
Yes.
like, you suck, bro.
Good God.
Like,
Yeah, that
bro,
was
can we work
tough,
on that?
You put this on the internet? You put this out?
Yeah. I feel that every
For people to see.
You
should
did
be
that.
ashamed of
you
yourself.
recorded it.
And I knew, and no matter how hard I tried to look at the nuances, I know I messed it up.
Oh my god.
So for me to sit here and criticize Soyeon, it's like it's one of those things like, you do it and then you see what it's like.
That's how I feel.
I feel like Soyeon, like she genuinely likes a lot of American artists and she wants to do songs in English. She knows enough to get by. If she wants to do these songs the way she's been doing, I think they're fine. I know a lot of people have beef with Wife. It's not that deep. It's a cool song to me.
Yeah.
What's the beef?
That's all
that joint is hard.
Hit, man.
Yeah, I love Idol.
I thought you said you love your wife.
I mean, yeah, I did her too.
Oh, shut
Thanks.
out.
But I'm just saying, like, I'm not about to sit here and give Soyeon flack for I mean, even when you listen to some Korean like K-pop songs that are done in English, like some of Twice's English songs, their enunciation is good on the record, but when they're live, their enunciation isn't as clean. Like it's the same way with everybody. So, it's just one of those things. Unless you know English, your English probably isn't gonna be perfect. And same way, I don't know Korean. My Korean in the song suck. Stray Kids, my Stray Kids joint, Godsman, that was horrible.
Listen, I'll just say this. We recently just watched Game Caterers in the 17 play basketball because they couldn't
Yeah.
That was funny.
They had to not say something in a different language that was not Korean.
Right.
They
Oh, yes.
struggled, y'all.
Yep.
They struggled to stay within their own language.
That's true. Yeah.
So I look at that as I'm terrible. I'm over here just know one language.
They only got one language.
And they over here struggling between 3-4 different languages. And you want to say, I mean, I'm not trying to get mad at your question, whoever asked the question, but I'm not going to judge nobody's ability of saying any type of language when they know more than I do.
It's facts.
That's all I got to say. I have all the respect in the world.
Yeah.
Because most of these K-pop idols, they know more than one language. And
more than
I
me.
envy that. Like,
I barely know English.
Yeah.
I took Spanish in middle school and high school. I only remember a couple things.
Yeah.
I wish I
¿Cómo
paid
está?
attention. I wish I like. There's
Same
a
here, though.
like, come
¿Cómo
on
se
now.
llama?
Yeah.
Hola. You know?
That's it. No.
Really?
Oh,
See,
so-
you know. But I mean, I can't judge nobody because they know more than I do. So, congratulations on all the idols that know more than one language and for trying to communicate and deliver that through their art.
Well said.
yeah.
I didn't even
How you
know
say
this was an
ditto in
issue.
different languages?
He said, how do you say
How you
ditto?
say ditto in different
Yeah.
Mm. Oh, that's it, man. Look, hey. Like Dame said, well, we sung them songs. I had a BTS song. It was
Confidence.
rough.
I think think you did the
Oh
best.
no.
When I'm telling you, when that bazooka came on,
Oh, shout out to
yeah,
Bazooka. Get you.
yo, I was just like, okay,
Hey, I like that
okay.
song. That's why. Hey.
Bro, you killed that. I was just like, yo, he got it.
I was a fan of the song.
I
so
cheated.
I
I cheated. I was mumbling through some of those lyrics. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all probably can hear me.
But it's the confidence in your face.
True.
Yeah.
I had to
Sold
sell it.
it.
I had to sell
Exactly.
it, you know?
It's called appreciation. You know? So I'm glad other coaches appreciate it. It's, maybe I should try to learn another language. But like A says, we only know one.
Yeah.
So that's shame on us.
Yeah.
Shame on us.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't even know this was an issue for her, to be honest. So I didn't even have a comment. She's learning. They got to give her that. Like, what do you want from her? She can't be fluent in like 2 seconds. So it's a climb, learning the language.
There goes your thumbnail.
We did it.
No thumbnail. That's a thumbnail.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah,
that's the last question.
Yeah.
One last question. If you don't want to answer it,
I have a couple questions
that's
too.
fine.
Oh,
Hyolan,
no.
are we talking about it?
No.
Well, I definitely felt like I wanted to comment on it just for the fact that I big Hyolan up like a billion times on this channel. Like I'm always huge into Hyolan. So what I just wanted to say is because I'm not gonna give Hyolan a pass. I feel like
Well, first of all, don't say it like you just go give out passes.
no,
Okay.
no passes.
Okay, there you go.
I'm just saying, just because she's my fave, I'm not about
Okay.
to come up here and cape and
Got
say
it,
it's
got it.
okay.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm glad that she apologized.
Yeah.
I'll say that. Do I feel like it was a real apology? Partially, I feel like that's one of the ones you ask the AI to print out for you. So every idol has
GPT.
Oh, ChatGPT?
Yeah, that's a Chat GPT apology. Every idol has it in their phone right now.
What happened?
Oh, that's
Because all your favorite idols are probably
RJ don't know
saying
what
it.
happened.
Oh, she said the N word while she was on the boat rapping, and she had to put an apology out. We taking big L's in Black History Month, y'all.
Yeah.
Apparently the fade was created by Travis Kelsey, and swag surfing was
Okay,
created
stay on
by
topic.
Kansas
Stay on
City
topic,
Chiefs
please.
and
Stay on
Taylor
topic.
Oh.
However, while the L's keep rolling in for the Blacks, Hyolan,
Once again, Dame is not speaking on behalf
Oh, yeah.
of Ambitious Ace, Baby Boomerang,
the guy in the
and
middle.
RJ.
Can you censor our faces?
Look, can you switch to this camera angle, please? There you go.
It's the guy in the middle. It's the guy in the middle.
Oh dear God.
It's just the guy in the middle.
The black. Oh my dear.
But I feel like a lot of people say it. They just are smart enough to not record themselves saying it. Is it okay? No. Do I wish idols and not just idols, other people would stop saying it? Absolutely. But it's hard. I get it. You want to say it. It's fun, right? I mean, this is what happens, right? We go to a Kendrick Lamar concert. Let's sing it all. Sing along, right? Man down. Where you from?
People.
I can't relate.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like in general, like it's like you want to participate in the song. I know you guys thought the word. You probably may not have said it. You thought it. You know what word goes there because it's pretty prominent in the song. Look, I'm not okay with it. Am I mad at Hyolan? Yes, but no. I separate art and the person. I'm one of those people, and I also believe in apologies and forgiving people and giving people multiple chances and
mistakes.
moving on with their lives. I'm pretty sure Hyolan meant no ill will by it. You know what I mean? It's not like she's trying to hang somebody from a noose or anything like that. I'm pretty sure that's not in her. However, she shouldn't have said it, but she apologized for it. So I feel like we should all move on. If it happens again, that's when you raise the eyebrow and really start putting a microscope over people. But give people a chance, forgive them, and then let them give a chance to redeem themselves.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody deserves that.
I think that's one thing I really dislike about the K-pop industry, just how quick the fans are to turn against somebody the moment they do something that's like, I don't know, that's frowned upon, I guess, I feel like people are allowed to make mistakes and apologize for those mistakes and grow from it. Like the moment they do something, they're just like, oh, this person's terrible, absolutely terrible. Meanwhile, you were just supporting them wholeheartedly like 24 hours ago. So why not forgive them, depending on what it is, obviously, but forgive them, allow them to grow from the situation and simply move on. But some people can't do that. Some people are still drudging up old scandals from like eons ago.
They're making Julie apologize now for saying the N word when she was what 14, 15? Like, bro, like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real here. Don't
Well
cape for
said.
your favorite for messing up, but give them a chance to redeem themselves. Forgive them. Everybody deserves another chance.
Yeah.
You have to look at yourself too. Like you as a person, you are not the same as you were like 10 years ago. You were probably doing
Exactly.
some reckless stuff. And you can look at that and be like, oh, I'm not that person anymore. So you have to also think about it that way too for other people. Like people have to, evolve.
Yeah, this was
Love that.
Diddy from high school. Gee, I would not like me. Oh, I didn't.
Oh,
I don't even like that guy. I'd fight that guy.
yeah. I'm wild boy myself. Yeah, shout out.
Anything to Ace to that?
No,
It's like I ain't touching this.
You said you had some questions for us, RJ.
Yeah, RJ, yeah.
Yeah, actually, I had. Oh, I think you guys might have already answered the one question, which was how you guys. No, I don't think you did. How did you guys become this? Like, how did you get to know each other? How long have you known each other? And then just suddenly became or decided to start a channel. Like, how'd that become to be?
You want to tell it? Thing?
Damn, how far do I go? So basically, I've been doing YouTube
Easy Dame Diddy TV.
since like 04, 05. I don't remember. You can go back and look up my old channel. I used to make funny videos or stupid videos. I used to do music reviews back when Rick Ross just started saying Maybach music on the songs.
Ooh.
Like, it was a minute
Like,
ago.
it's like 07 right there.
Yeah, so I've been doing YouTube since 05. I kind of fell off for a while we were in Virginia. I had this thing called Dame Diddy TV. And when we moved to Georgia, I wanted to start a channel doing album reviews because at the time it wasn't really super popular. I met a guy named Juan. He started the channel with me, and we started doing album reactions. The first album we did was Rihanna Anti. I met Ace at a Lupe Fiasco. I'm about to say Lupe Fiance. I met Ace at a Fiasco concert. He had suggested for us to check out BJ the Chicago Kid.
Ooh, solid.
And we ended up falling in love with the project. And then he kind of just started coming over, and he just never stopped coming.
I was about to say you never left.
Yeah, so basically, I was a fan of the podcast, and then I would just send suggestions and stuff like that, and then I believe it was a Thanksgiving or Christmas episode.
Yep.
That he invited me on, and I came on there, and he was just like, "You want to come next weekend?" I was like, "Cool, I'll come."
Yeah.
You want to come next
Cool.
weekend? Cool, I'll come. You want to come next weekend? Yeah, I'm down. You know?
Yeah, he came. He made the suggestion to start doing video as well.
Yeah, good call.
So because we were just doing audio at the time. So we started transitioning to video. I met Bang Bang on a job interview, basically.
Craigslist.
No, I mean it was a job listing.
Oh, yeah, I put
a
it up
job
there.
listing. It's kind of like a job interview, but we started hanging out. He started coming over,
Yeah, same fashion.
just kind of watching us work because he had his own podcast, and we started doing Power, the TV show,
Yeah.
breakdowns and stuff like that. And he was watching the show. Juan wasn't watching.
Yeah, that's what it
So
was.
Juan didn't do it with us, and we were just like, "Yo, you want to get in here?"
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, "Sure." And then he kind of just joined, and he just was,
Same deal.
part of the show.
Yeah.
Juan ended up leaving, and then eventually we started doing
reactions.
doing reactions.
And then
the first K-pop reaction, he just
He
so
was
happened
there.
to be
Yeah,
here.
I was here.
And I was just like, "Yo, you want to do this with us? We about to check out this genre called K-pop. We never checked it out." He was just like, "Yeah, sure, I'll get on it." And
That's
yeah,
cool.
it's kind of how it happened.
Yeah, organic, man.
And eventually it's like 1080. My wife started doing this because I was doing that at the same time we were recording, and it kind of got easier for her to do all of that stuff. So I didn't make slight mistakes because trying to worry about too much at one time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
So
now I make the mistakes.
Shout out to old Sling. What was the slingshot? That
yeah,
was
Sling,
Sling,
yeah.
yeah, Sling Studio.
Oh, the Sling
Yeah,
Studio. Oh my
we
god.
we've been
yeah.
through so much. Like that's why we said like when you're starting out, just start.
Yeah.
We started out using iPhones.
Mhm.
Same.
Oh my god. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have
Yep.
We
we
had
have full overheating iPhones
Yep.
attached to chargers
And an iPad.
and an
Same.
iPad.
iPad.
And an
Wow.
iPad. Yes.
iPad 1.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh my
Yep.
An
gosh.
iPad
The very
1.
first
It's
one.
sitting right there.
Over there.
It's an iPad 1.
Mm.
So it's like if people say like, "Oh, I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for your
Mhm.
BS."
Nope.
Just
Yeah.
start.
Yeah.
There's no excuse. Your cell phone, if you have like over an iPhone 10, your cell phone is high
Shoot,
quality.
even before that,
There's
Exactly.
no.
I
We
mean,
weren't
iPhone
even
6.
using that. We
We
were
was
using
in
5s and
6.
6s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's no excuse.
My
You have
Mac that I
everything
was
you need
using
right
when I
now.
started would overheat. Like if
Mhm.
you were to listen to my older videos, you can hear it being like in the background. And then also it didn't like without the charger, it wouldn't stay on. So the moment the charger came out, the laptop would turn off too. It was a mess.
It's funny that you say that because Thina went through that same thing you're explaining just now.
Oh yeah?
She just got a new laptop recently.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So
I know
there's
the
no
struggle.
excuse.
Do what you got. What you got.
Yeah.
Second question. If you had 5 songs, 5 K-pop songs, no matter when it came out, that you could listen to and never be bored of.
Shiny Sherlock. Cool.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah. Cool Sherlock. What's another one? NCT Superhuman.
Yeah.
Exo Tempo.
Yeah.
Mm.
Let me see. Dang.
That's tough.
I'm trying to think of a girl group here. Twice. I'm trying to think of a song that I can never get tired of. Alcohol Free. I'll never get tired of that song. I'll play that back. That's 4 songs, right? I need one more.
Yeah.
I already said NCT. I already said Shiny. Dang, I need one more song. IU Blooming.
Ooh.
Good one.
Okay.
I mean, everything I'm gonna say is on my wall. Red.
I should have just looked back. I didn't think about it. Damn.
Yeah. So Red Velvet, Kingdom Come.
Oh yes.
I think that's like one of the greatest
Oh, that's
K-pop
such
songs ever created.
Yeah.
100%.
Obviously, Twice, Fancy,
Oh,
for
Fancy.
obvious reasons. I'm going to go with. I already said Red Velvet, so I don't want to say them again. I'm gonna, because I'll just OD on Red Velvet. I actually agree with you about Bloomin' though. IU Bloomin'.
I
That's
can listen to it again and again and not get sick
100%.
of it. Yeah.
XG Left Right.
Ooh.
For a multitude of reasons. New Jeans, Hype Boy.
Oh,
shout
yeah,
out,
throw that
man.
in there.
And the
Yup.
funny thing is, because I would have thought I'd be tired of the song after having to dance to it so many times, but
Yeah.
I sucked, by the way. But yeah, it's a great record. And if I'm going to pick something else, you know what? Actually, I'd say that Kiss of Life. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
That's 5 songs.
That's 6.
That was 4. That was 6. Well, look, if I didn't mention somebody, that don't mean we don't like them.
That's all I'm like, that's tough.
I did that on
man.
the spot.
On
okay.
the spot.
Yeah, I did on the spot too. And Itzy Mafia in the morning too. That shit's hard.
Look at him. He's still naming.
Yeah.
It's all girl groups for me too. And it's like there's guy songs too, like Favored
Yeah.
NCT 127.
Ooh.
Oh, that's right.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I might have to change
favorite.
I might have turned
Oh,
from Superhuman to Favorite.
Yeah, favorite.
Yeah, I have to say Favorite for my NCC since I did say Superhuman.
They take everything they said, man. Favorite.
No, man.
No, man, come on, tempo. You know what I'm saying? Exo tempo. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, that's tough, man. I would say Dean Instagram. I love that song. I check it
Yeah.
out. I was just bumping the Twice on the other day, and Ashley caught me mid dance.
That's hilarious.
What's the
I,
first song
I
where
was
it's talking
playing.
about smacking that ass, the crush joint?
We can't talk about Crush no more, though,
I
man.
know, but nah, I separate the art from the
down on
music.
my big ass. What is
Yes,
that song?
that
I know what
joint
you're
go
talking
hard.
about. That shit is hot. Yeah.
I love to put Crush. I destroyed that album, man. But oh yeah, Ashley caught me listen to one song. I forgot from Twice. I can't even think of it right now. But I would say Super Shy. I've been bumping that like crazy. Shout out New Jeans. And I would say Shooting Star, man, from XG, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Shout
Very
out,
nice,
man.
very nice.
But if you ask me tomorrow, it'll be a whole different list.
Well, if you ask me tomorrow, Kingdom Come is still up there at the
Yeah.
top. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's a really good song. I only heard that for the first time during their Killing Voice, and I had never heard it before. But it's on my playlist now.
I bet.
If I had to choose, I think I would probably say number one would probably be Love Again by NCT Dream.
Okay.
Soul Sunyo Sound by Triple S.
Oh, okay.
Sentis by Vix.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm gonna probably say One of These Nights from Red Velvet, and maybe Getting Closer from 17.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
Those are my questions.
Okay.
Love
Okay.
it, man.
Great. Put Bang Bang on the spot.
Yeah, it was Big Spot. Big Spot. Yeah, Big Spot. Shout out.
So yes, RJ, we really appreciate you coming through for the podcast, man. Hopefully
Definitely.
the audience gets a chance to hear you out and listen to you talk. You know, we as reactors, we don't get a chance to talk about what we like and what we're into as people. Because it's like,
for
hey,
sure.
shut up and react.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, that's right. Can't talk during the
You
song.
laugh every time, Ace, but you know it's true. I don't care what you got to
Oh my
say.
God, there's a comment that popped up the other day. I came for a reaction, not a review. And I was just like, bro, what?
Yeah.
Yo, that stuff be triggering.
You talked during the song.
Yeah.
You didn't talk.
Yeah. Can't sing the song.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, if you're watching a reaction for the reaction, if you wanted to hear the song, go listen to the song. Because
Right.
why are you here otherwise? Is my thing.
Yeah, you didn't hear the song before you watched us? Check it out.
That's not the point, Dame.
Well-
You missed when something hit their high note. You
blew it.
talked over it, Dame. You talked too much.
That happens.
I'm sorry.
But there are people that do that though, where their first time watching it is watching it with you.
Oh, okay.
Which I
Because
understand.
I've gotten that comment before. They were like, "Oh, I've never heard of this before," but I like first time watching it with you, and I'm like, "Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I'm
And
like,
I'm
oh,
not
that's cool."
oblivious to that. I get that some people like there might be some people that actually wait to watch something with us.
So should we put a 2-track version out? One where we're muted and the song just plays, and then one where you can actually hear us?
That's too much.
Oh, okay. A side, B side. I like that.
That's too much.
A-side reaction, B-side reaction.
That's too much.
Facial expression only reaction.
I like that. Solo cams. Like that.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Solo cam reactions are wild. That's so funny.
Well, you know Bang Bang going to get the most.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah. That solo cam
Oh.
will be up to
Yeah,
roof.
I'm going to get the least every
Yeah.
time.
You know,
Okay.
I might get a couple views here and there. You know.
But yeah, man, we appreciate you coming through, man.
Yes.
Tell everybody where they can find your content, where they can subscribe to your Patreon and all that good stuff.
Of course. By the way, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. You can find channel what's it called? YouTube.com
RJ Kpop?
RJ Kpop and patreon.com/RJ Kpop. Yeah. That's where
And
you can find me.
you're fairly active on X, by the way, too.
Yeah, yeah. I try. I feel like I go a little nuts sometimes, and then I have to tell myself to just stop being on there because I don't know. I feel like maybe I might get a little reckless with the things that I post, and then I have to just stop. But yeah, I'm pretty active on there too. So social media, you can follow me on there. I think I don't know what my name on there is. It's probably RJ Kpop actually, but I'm forgetting my life. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
All good, man. And make sure you jump in the group chat and say what's up to Thina, man. She usually don't be in there a lot because she has restrictions on how much screen time she's supposed to get a day. But
Oh, okay.
she pop in there from time to time.
Yeah, I'll have to shout her out for sure.
All right, y'all.